We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What's up, guys? We are live for another Merlin Monday. It's going to be a fun one, guys. It's an Ordinal Hour, but we're also going to do the Merlin Monday. So how it's going to work is pretty simple. We're going to do our normal show, 11 to 12 here. We're going to do the Ordinal Hour. We have a lot of stuff to go over. It's a lot. And then we're going to get into the Q&A. That's the Ordinal After Hour. That'll be from 12 to 12:30. And then we got the Merlin guys joining us. We got Jeff. We're going to have BitGenie. We're going to have Verothium Dex. We're going to have Unicross. Those guys are building something amazing, especially with that Phantom. Can't wait to really get into Mr. J. We all know Mr. J. He's a community member first, right? He's been here with the Skelly Unis and everything. So I think it's going to be a really good show having him here. I can't wait to really dig into what's next for those guys. So, yeah. And then, we got a lot of economic data coming this week. We're going to get into that, kind of break that down for you. There's a really good website I like to use. I'll kind of give that to you guys. And then, this Agora thing that people are talking about right now and Byzantine General with the potential prediction markets, that seems very interesting. We're going to get into that and how they're doing it with Agora anyway is really awesome. We got so much. Yeah, let's get this thing started. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner here, Mr. Yagobi, as always.
What's up? What's going on?
I miss the ad always, but got it at the end. But how's everything with you? Bitcoin's dumping, but I think we're too stupid to care, right?
Yeah, at this point, man, if you're been here, gone through all the bloodiness, yeah, we're like, all right, let's get it all out of the way.
Yeah. But I'm just happy we're not going sideways anymore. Just go down. Right? Like
you caused this. You kept asking for something, and this is what they delivered.
Dude, 60 to 70 was just it was tough, man. I'm happy at 50, honestly, because I'm finding some really good deals in the market. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not broke. I'm just fully allocated at this point.
Yeah, but then what happens at that point? You start to break up some of your holdings that you might not have as much conviction in, and reallocate that, right? Or just look under the couch cushions for some change. Try to get in some positions,
or just talk to our partners. Say, hey guys. I'm just kidding. We'll get right into the news here. we got the German government. So this is what's causing it right now. We got Mt. Gox in Germany kind of trying to cheapen up the Bitcoin so they can buy it off you cheap. And if you're stupid enough to sell it to them, I think that's what's happening here. I think they're dumping it from the government, but they're buying it with their own greedy pockets. These politicians are the worst. And I think that's what's happening here. It's just combined with Mt. Gox and Germany dumping, it's just really dropping the price. So I see what's happening. And you can see that, all this Bitcoin is going to exchanges, and you could probably see, I'm sure if somebody was tracking these guys' wallets, that they're buying. I'm sure all the German governments they're buying up as much Bitcoin as they can. I don't know that for a fact, but that's just what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's perfect timing, right? Perfect timing for a 30% retracement from the all-time high that hit this year, and 30% down, and then hundreds of percent up. So we'll see.
700K in prey. All right, going to the next one here. We have Japanese public company, a Metaplanet, buys another $400 million worth of Bitcoin, $400 million yen, so it's different than dollars. But again, the Japanese Michael Saylor is not stopping. He buys more than Michael Saylor ever did.
Yeah, is there actually like a public figurehead with them, or do they just refer to Metaplanet as?
It's kind of like what MicroStrategy buys. I think it's more of a I think they have more of a board, and while Michael Saylor he basically owns MicroStrategy outright. So
yeah, I mean they just keep on trucking along, right? They're saying this is the plan, this is what we're gonna do, let's get it done, and they are following that same blueprint that ended up very successful for MicroStrategy. So why not?
So this next thing here, this kind of shows that we're heavily manipulated over here. So the S&P 500 opened up at an all-time high today at 9:30. So again, every single day the S&P is hitting an all-time high. It's only a matter of time before Bitcoin does the same. I listen to a stock show every morning, Benziga Pre-Market Prep, and the one guy, Dennis, he's not a Bitcoin guy at all, but he said if the Bitcoin bottom isn't now, it's really close, and he's pretty accurate with this stuff. I mean, he trades for a living. So, and he just sees the, S&P, the Dow Jones, and everything else just kind of pushing along, and Bitcoin's being the laggard because of this Germany and Mt. Gox thing. So once this is over, I mean, I think it's moon time. I really do, because this is the only thing that's holding us down is this constant sell pressure. You can see the ETFs, they're growing with this sell pressure. So again, this is all good. This is all good thing, good timing. I mean, we're in July, and like my man Francis said, like there's never been a bullish July, right? So we want a bullish summer, but it just doesn't happen. But I'm okay with waiting till August and September.
I'm starting to believe that's the most forced narrative in crypto.
Yeah, I feel so.
Crypto summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was because of COVID, and people don't realize that probably happened because we were all stuck at home. We had nothing else to do. We were getting stimmy checks. Yeah. We were looking for ways to spend it with our computers, and DeFi happened to be booming and be introduced during that time period. So I think we need to chill out with these crypto summers and Bitcoin summers and base summers and all that stuff.
Yep. I'll tell you what, next May, I'm selling and going away. I'll tell you what, I'll come back in August. But then that's the year that I miss out, right? That's the year that everything goes to the moon during the summer. The one time that I sell and then go away. All right, jump to the next thing here. More. So this Thursday is a big deal. I'm going to show my screen here because I have this amazing. It's called marketwatch.com. I do a great job of kind of getting you all caught up on everything you need to know. So obviously no economic data today, just consumer credit at 3:00. Nothing really tomorrow, but this is a big deal. We're going to get into the Fed chairman stuff, but this Thursday, we have the initial jobless claims. So last week caught everyone off guard. There was more jobless claims than they predicted, actually more since 2021. So this job number, again, comes in hot. You could see, Jerome's going to have to cut rates. He's going to have to. But this is the big deal. Consumer Price Index, CPI year over year, and then we get the core CPI. And then we get core year over year. So this is a huge economic data day Thursday. If you're trading, I would you're probably going to get hit in both ways. It's probably going to go up super high, hit the stop losses, drop back down, hit the stop losses, and kind of do what it's going to do. So be careful doing that. Friday we have the producer price index. So this is from like a B2B type bulk sales. So this is on Friday. We get the same thing, core PPI year over year. So again, huge economic data. And while this is all happening, we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell will testify on Capitol Hill Tuesday and Wednesday. So for Tuesday, he's scheduled to give his semi-annual testimony on monetary policy on July 9th, which is tomorrow. And then right the next day, Powell will deliver the same testimony to the House Financial Services Committee. So they're calling him in saying, why are we keeping rates this high? He's testifying in front of Congress on Wednesday. So this is a big deal. There's a lot of economic data. And I think this is our springboard. I think this is our springboard out of this hole that we're in. I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are going to be kind of simple what we're doing. But I think Thursday, we're going to get, high jobs report. I think Biden's going to manipulate the data to kind of show that we're back in the twos. I think we're going to hit 299. And I think we do that, then they can all praise and say, we did it. We beat inflation. While in reality, it's shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is a big deal. Everything is smaller. So, yeah, prices are dropping, but everything's getting smaller. The soap's smaller. The Pringles can is smaller. The bag of chips is smaller. The steaks are smaller, right, for the same price. So it's just the same old crap. They're just hiding data. But this week's going to be really, really big, really big.
Yeah, and if you think about the price action recently, obviously we have Germany, we have Mount Gox. Finally, we're getting the Mount Gox thing out of our system. But this is all leading up perfectly to get these prices low for Bitcoin before the CPI data comes out, right? He's testifying, CPI comes out. If it comes in good, jobs report comes in high, there's no excuse, right? So the Fed meeting, I think is July 30th. And 31st, right? Those are the 2 days. So that's whenever he'll announce what's going to happen. And so it's almost like a perfect setup to in the month to be like, okay, we're going to cut rates, So get the price of Bitcoin as low as possible, make people feel like, lose hope. But then leading up to that last week, I think there's going to be a lot of speculation if the numbers coming good, right? So if CPI numbers come in really good this week, we already have the jobs report that shows that what they were looking for, the Fed's looking for those numbers to be higher. That checks that box. Now CPI comes in, as long as it's not like, 3.9 or something crazy, right? Then I think that there's no excuse at that point. Plus he's going to be having pressure on him from testifying and all that stuff. So it's just really getting set up for a lot of speculation after this week to where possibly the positive sentiment could start just slowly brewing up, heading into that third week, fourth week, and eventually they cut rates at the end of the month, which would be amazing, right? So hopefully that's what happens.
Yep. Big week, huge week. This is kind of a public service announcement. So scammers are back. They're back in, this is coming from a lot of different sources that I'm seeing. Scammers are posing as Coinbase support to steal crypto. They use real phone numbers and fake Coinbase emails to trick users into revealing sensitive info. So they're basically coming at people and saying, hey, we need your information. We're Coinbase. If you get anything like that, just go to the Coinbase website first. Just go to coinbase.com. And then if you really need to contact them, just go to the help and you can write something out to them and they will get back. Do not even respond to any email you get from Coinbase because it might not be them. And any phone call that you get that's posing as Coinbase, do not answer it. I mean, don't answer anything. Let it go to voicemail and then just go to coinbase.com and then go to the help thing and then you can talk to somebody right there through the chat. There's no reason for you guys to get your cryptos taken right now during what's going to be the biggest bull run of your lifetime, in my opinion. So just be safe.
And actually, if you are really questioning it, just tell them that you have an emergency, hang up, and actually call the Coinbase support line and ask if they called you. That's that's what I would do. I would just verify. Don't trust, verify.
And honestly, you shouldn't even keep your stuff on Coinbase, to tell you the truth. Get a ledger. Get a computer via hot wallets and stuff like that. It's still better than Coinbase, in my opinion.
Yep.
All right, jump in here. Michael Dell, the CEO of Dell Computers, asked his followers on X to choose what's most important: AI, love and relationships, or Bitcoin. With over 64,000 votes, Bitcoin emerged victorious.
Nice.
Michael Dell, I mean,
it's time.
He's like the eighth richest man in the world. If he's not dipping his toe in now, he's eventually going to start. I mean, this is like the third or fourth thing about Bitcoin that he's posted this month, and I think it's about to happen. I think Dell eventually I think they're buying right now, honestly, and during this dip, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to have Bitcoin on their balance sheet. They're going to be the first tech company besides MicroStrategy to go deep into Bitcoin.
Yeah, and maybe they waited till after Q3 started, right? So they didn't have to report it until the end of or the start of Q4, which would be really smart in my opinion, because they don't have to, that would really rally the price up. So they can acquire as much as they want in Q3 and then report it in Q4, and then that's really whenever the party starts.
Yeah. So actually, this is more economic data, but so everyone has to start reporting for Q2 next week. I think it starts Thursday. I think it starts Friday. Friday's the banks. So we get a lot of the major banks coming out on Friday, and they're gonna give their normal bullshit. We made this much, we lost this much type of stuff. But then next Monday we get the tech companies. One of those tech companies, after let's just say we get good CPI data, good PPI data, and then the jobs reports comes in hot again, and then on Tuesday or Wednesday next week, Dell comes out and says we bought Bitcoin in Q2. How massive of an upbringing would that be? That would be insane. Like that would take
be
us
big.
Huge.
That would be big, but I don't know if they strategically, if that would be better than them acquiring it all up now and then announcing it in Q4.
Yeah, unless they're still DCAing.
Yeah,
but if they did buy anything, they had to disclose it, even if they bought one. So.
Yep.
All right, we'll jump to the fear and greed here. So it is very fearful. In the words of Warren Buffett, when people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful. So right now we are the lowest we've been since 2022, 2023. So this is crazy. So yesterday we're at 29. So we're actually lower than we were yesterday. 7 days ago we were at 53. And a month ago we were at a 75. So what is this telling you right now?
That we're almost the opposite of a month ago? That's what it's telling me. But yeah, but my brother actually reached out to me yesterday and asked me, like, is everything fine with like you guys and all this stuff? And I said, yeah, this is a normal 30% retracement. And so that told me that there's a lot of people that speculate or dabble with crypto, Bitcoin and stuff that are just glancing at the price and being like, whoa, like, so that fear and greed meter, I think it's pretty accurate at 29. I actually like it being there for now. And I think that us remaining between 29 and 34, 5 or whatever would be really healthy for the next 2 weeks. Right. But the problem is if we start to really pick back up. So I think it's good for us to actually probably get to 50,000, even though I don't want to see that. Because if we pick up from 50,000, then we can get to like 60, and that feels good. That feels like a win, right? Yeah. That feels like a little win. But if we don't, we stay here at 56 and we get to 66, then that's still a win, but it's too quick, too soon, in my opinion, for what the people that are, the market makers and everybody that's behind the scenes, what they want to see. So I hate to say it, but it might be best for us to kind of go down a little bit more and then gradually hit those milestones back up. That way, by the middle of August, the end of August, we're feeling good at 72 again, or whatever number we are there. And we feel like we're about to propel into a new all-time high. Yeah. That's just my perspective. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we need to go lower before we go higher. I think hitting 50, maybe hitting 49.9, and then because I know there's a lot of buy orders right down there at 49. That's just your simple $50,000 buy orders. As soon as it gets low enough, so you can see a catapult from 50 back to 55, just like you saw it go to 53 right to 57. Right, it definitely happens pretty quickly. So I'm with you here, but none of this matters. July doesn't matter to me. August matters. I'm looking for opportunities. I'm continuously looking for opportunities on things, and there's a lot of opportunities in this market. Just gotta take advantage of them.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we can look forward to the Bitcoin conference, right? And it is towards the end of the month. And so it could be perfect timing for us to go have fun. For y'all that are going to be there, we're going to be there. So, really network, take advantage of that, go out there, have a good time in Nashville, and then the price really starts to recover, and then we have a great start to the next month, right? In August, and then we're in the fall. Football season starts, different stuff starts to happen. So it could be a really good play into this fall and winter, and Bitcoin could make everybody have a really happy holidays again, because last holidays was pretty good for us, at least.
I mean, it was great. It was amazing. Thanks to the BRC20s for sure. Let's go. So time of the show now. We're gonna take a look at see what Bitcoin is doing and Yagobi charts.
All right, let's take a look here real quick. I'm not going to get too deep into them, but this is the hour chart here. Give us a little bit of a forecast for the rest of the day. So all through the night, we recovered from really touching that low $54,000 price point, which we've touched 53.8, and then last night or late yesterday got down to low 54,000. We were able to crawl all the way back to almost 58,000, which would seem like a pretty good little victory there. But then this morning, or early this morning, the market makers decided no, or Germany possibly, right? Decided no, we're going to bring this back down. So definitely crashed down here. So that looked like it could possibly build into a bull flag here, but it continued to go down pretty aggressively and wicked all the way back down to 54,000. So that's crazy. It gets scary whenever you see those long wicks, right? So, but something is forming here kind of on the hour chart, which is a little bit of a not so perfect cup and handle here, a little bit smaller cup area here. So if you look, I kind of zoomed out a little bit. This is the hour chart as well. So this could be something interesting that's developing for the rest of the day. If you see here, this little cup and then the handle is forming. So if we go down a little bit further and maybe get to that like high 54,000, and then we can blast back up here, it kind of shows from the strength of the MACD that could be what's happening here. Because we are losing buy pressure. The lines, the blue and red lines are getting closer here. The stochastic's been and overbought for a little bit. So we come down a little bit further here, get this down here, maybe don't spend as much time in oversold, since we were in oversold for a very long time. And then we bounce up to finish that pattern. Obviously, it's not a perfect cup and handle, but that is something to look forward to. If that happens, it's going to be later in the day, I think, maybe like this late evening. So that's something on the hour chart to look forward to. On the 4-hour chart, it's actually not too bad, honestly, even though we've been bleeding a lot. You can see here, we've been in oversold for a while, popped in overbought pretty briefly. I mean, there was some a little bit of buyback up here, but then dropped right back down. But I actually liked the fact that we dropped back down here, because it gives us more time to kind of bounce back up. So this is the next 2-3 days. I don't really expect anything dramatic to happen the next 2-3 days. When is CPI? Is that Wednesday or Thursday?
The CPI is Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, so that could give us some time till Thursday for some volatility. But yeah, so nothing great, not really horrible for the 4-hour chart either. So just kind of seeing how this plays out. And then the 12-hour chart is not so bad either. I know that, like I said, it hasn't been great the past week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however weeks you want to say. It's been pretty bad consistently. But we are down here and oversold with some sell pressure here. So I don't know, like we're on this July 8th, right? So if we're talking about 2 weeks out, that would put us in the July 4th or something like that. So we could really kind of be heating up to end the month, coming back out. So really just kind of maybe consolidation really on the 4-hour and the 12-hour for the next 2 days, all the way up to a week and a half, which is perfect because it plays into like, that end of the month kind of theory, right? So we'll see how things play out. But today could have that cup and handle that could bring the price back up to, 57, 58,000. So that's what I'm thinking if that plays out.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you, sir. That was really good. All right. So guys, we're giving away 4 Hive passes today. And Jeff said he's giving away something as well. So we'll see. And whoever else comes, we'll maybe see those giveaway as well. Again, Merlin Monday starts at 12:30 today, which is an hour from now. So we're going to need you guys to put your Twitter handles. It has to be your Twitter handle, because that's, if you do win, that's where I'm going to reach at. If you don't get back to me, you don't get the prize. So I'm going to need you to put your Twitter handles in the comments, and I'm going to add you guys to the wheel as they come in. And if you are on X and you're watching, just go to the comments, put them in the comments. I'll check over there, but I'm pretty sure I'll still get them over here as well. So X, put your Twitter handle in the comments. YouTube Twitter handle in the comments, and even Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, you can just put the Twitter handle in the comments, and that way I'll spin your Twitter handles around and it'll land on one, and I'll go pick you guys. So do it now, guys. Put your Twitter handles in the comments, and we're gonna jump to the roll call.
Let's get it. Let's see who's showing up, even on a bloody Monday.
Yeah, man. So first is first. You know, we always got to shout out the guy who's first, and it's Tim Baker, AOD Art, one of our mods. We appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here every single day, Tim. You are the reason why we do this every day. Appreciate you, my friend. And then at number 2 spot, we got Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves me, and I love you. LFG, let's go. Chief Axel is here. He got some squares, some hearts, some wizards, some magic balls. Shout out to you, my friend. Glasshopper is here. She has Merlin. Crypto Noob is here. Yasher, man. Yasher's in the building. Another one of our mods. Yasher helps us out so much, guys. We have a research and development Telegram, and he's in there just killing it for us. Appreciate you so much, my friend. PJNZ is in the building. He said Ordinal Wizardry. Hell yeah. Danny Boy, another one of our mods. He said, let's go. Smash the likes. And we got No. He said, earbuds in at work. Wishing a safe day. Man, that was me for the last 4 years, bro. Earbuds at work, and then you grind hard enough and you eventually start your own company. Yasher goes GM mate. Okay, it's talking to No there. Ordinal Sweets is here. It's the Ordinal Revolution. Yee. Joke Go is here. Happy Monday, fam. And then our guy Rick G, man. Long live BRC 20s. Doesn't stop. He actually had a great weekend because BRC 20s mooned over the weekend. So congratulations to you, Rick. Dream Baked is here. Shout out to you. Crypto Hot News is here. Let's go. Crypto Hot News. Chain Watcher. Akala is here. Thank you so much for being here every day. Carlos CLS. Palpa is here. KDN 6 is here. My boy E-Buck is in the building. Amir Dawood. And then our guy Cash Cats, man. GM. He brought the coffee and the donuts this morning. The only one that brings us coffee and donuts in the morning, man. Itatoshi is here. Itatoshi is funny. He every Sunday he goes, damn, I missed it. Talking about, so Sunday is a recording, so you don't miss it. We had a joke on X about it. So shout out to Itatoshi, man. Always trying to catch the live. We appreciate you, my friend. We have Ethereum Blockchain is here. Jamie Coin is here. Or Jamie J-Mine Coin. Marcelio is here.
Mauricio
building. Mauricio. Marcelio. I just say Marcelio now, so I was gonna roll with it.
That's his name.
Glasshopper. Mr. Sheedy says, good morning, fam. Hope you guys are having a great day. I Walk Alone hasn't been here, Sheedy. What's up with your boy? I haven't seen him in a few days.
Has he not?
I don't think so. Call him up. Yeah, Yasher says, somehow I think the sales focus directed to Nat and Ordinals and less sales on runes. Potentially. I mean, Nats have been killing it lately. Crypto, yeah, I gave his Twitter handle. Superfan is here. He says, at superfan.fan.
I think Superfan had an announcement. I think he's launching with DMT.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
So,
congratulations. Yeah. That's huge. Yeah, man. And then we have, okay, this is just Twitter handles. Make sure I got everyone who's here. KDN is here. Kai Effect is in the building. Joe Ash is here. Did I miss anyone? Ethereum Blockchain. Rune Pepe's is here. Guys are throwing your Twitter handles here. I Walk Alone. Mr. Sheedy. No, I Walk Alone. That's Mr. Sheedy. And that's it. Kai Effect. Sheedy, he said he could use some good vibes sent his way. Yeah, shout out to I Walk Alone. Go follow him on Twitter, guys. He's a legend. He's not having a great day. And then Jesus is here. Shout out to Jesus hopping in last minute for the roll call. But congratulations, everyone made the roll call. And I put a thing on Twitter. I was like, do you even watch Ordinal Revolution if you've never made roll call? So,
yep. You got to make roll call, man. You got to be consistent with roll call. But real quick, guys, if you're watching on YouTube side, please smash that like for us. It does more than you would think it would do. And also make sure you're subscribed to our channel. On the Twitter side, please share this space. And before we get into any Ordinal news, I want to share this real quick to shout out Superfan. It says, calling all Day One Warriors. We're launching on Mscribe. So congrats to that, Superfan. It says July 15th. created a website, heroes.io. It's HIROS.io, detailing the lore, the gameplay, staking, and rewards, the DMT and UNAT plans. In a few days, you'll get to also test drive the character creator tool. So
Ooh.
Congratulations to you and your project. I know you've been working hard. Really proud of you, man. Like, remember just being in that that contest with the Lambda protocol and stuff like that. And I felt like it really fit with the DMT narrative, with the generative art and everything like that. So happy that all came together.
Yeah, and if there's anything that Ordinal Revolution can do for you, man, just reach out to us at Shizzy Sats on Twitter and at Yagobiverse on Twitter. So hit us up if you need absolutely anything, man. Just let us know. We're glad to help. All right, jump into some Ordinal news here. We have this one, niche. So this maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know, but I didn't know that cat eyes was the Bitcoin B. Yagobi hit me up yesterday. He said, "Yeah, it's iconic." I'm like, "What's iconic about it?" He's like, "Turn it sideways." And I was like, ooh, and I got super bullish on it. And thanks to Yagobi, I bought like 10 of them yesterday morning. Wish I would have bought more. But shout out to you, my friend, because you are the winner in this, because you tripled my money. So thank you for that.
So I'm a winner in that. Yeah, it just really stuck out to me. And I know there's actually, it's so funny because I got a lot of I wouldn't say hate, but a little bit of a pushback from the Billy Token Runes community saying this collection wasn't the first. We obviously did that and they marketed it. I saw that obviously during that period, and we've been bullish on the Billy token, not overly bullish, but I've said, I think on several occasions, that I think it could be like the Floki of Bitcoin, because Floki was kind of like the second largest meme coin after SHIB on Ethereum. And so that's just kind of how I looked at it. But when the collection popped out, like, it's different in my opinion, not saying better or worse, but it attracted me more to just kind of, I guess, emphasize that they created it to be the head of this character that has so many different variations of it, right? So people are making this their PFP and stuff like that. And I know they did that with the runes too. It's just a little different, not bad or worse. Like, we added Billy the cat to our team portfolio, right? So it's not like we're not bullish on that token. I'm very bullish on it. I think it does very well. I think the current market cap actually was perfect time for entry, which we took. And but I do think that this movement from like a PFP collection is going to be very strong, because it lets people from the outside see, hey, that's the Bitcoin B. They've incorporated it into this art collection that people are going to change their PFPs to. And so I think both should support each other. They're both kind of like the pups and the puppets, right? Both did very well, the pups and the puppets. So I think the same thing can happen here. That's just, I wanted to kind of get that out of the way.
Yeah, dude, I agree with you. Starting to get really bullish on these guys. I have, I'm minute one and I bought 10 off the marketplace. So I'm holding these. I'm going to hold these for a long time, I think. Even if it does get to that 0.1 number, I think it go higher. Honestly, this is something that not financial advice whatsoever, just something I'm personally bullish on.
Yep.
All right, jump into the next thing. Maybe you can kind of get into this for us. So Unisat announced their mainnet is complete and having indexers get everything in line. Fractal will launch in September. Also announced that Sats will be fee token for Fractal. So when I hear September from Unisat, I immediately think November, because that's just how these guys are. But kind of get into explain what this means.
Yeah, so Unisat announced that the mainnet, Bitcoin's mainnet swap, is complete. They're just helping the indexers to make sure that they have everything in line, because they could release it with just their indexer, but there was people that were pushing back, and that's where the Layer 1 Foundation came in, Domo, and said, "No, we need this to be there needs to be more checks and balances." And this was in, I want to say February, March, whenever they released that first swap, which was, to be honest, it was a flop. It wasn't heavily used. There was no off ramp. There was only on ramp and stuff like that. So what they did was they said, okay, we get it. You guys want more checks and balances, more of a decentralized approach with the indexing. So this is pretty good news, in my opinion, that they announced that the mainnet swap is done, because that means that they have tested all the past 4 months, 5 months, however long for the mainnet swap. And now they're just making sure that these indexers are going to be able to, be consistent with what they're indexing as well. So that I expect to launch sooner than the Fractal, which is September, is what they said. But anyway, so the major differences are Fractal is going to be like 30-second blocks. So it is going to be more of like a separate layer. The mainnet one is going to be like that hybrid approach where it's going to be faster still, like whenever you do things in the modular ecosystem or environment. But once you bridge back out, then it's still going to take the 10-minute blocks, right? So that's where the time is going to be the same as Bitcoin. But it does make the actual modular like swap, it's still going to be quicker to do. It's not going to be as fast as the Fractal layer though. But anyways, so what you're going to be able to do with the Unisat wall is you're going to be able to switch networks back and forth, whatever you want to do. If you want to be on Fractal, if you want to be on Bitcoin's mainnet. So I think if they deliver what they say, that this could be a huge game changer for BRC20s. But another thing too with the Fractal side is you're going to be able to swap runes on there. So I think it solves problems for runes as well, that people are trying to have solutions right now for. I know RSM is working on something as well. So there's a lot of projects that are trying to push forward with innovation. Now, here, I'm going to show this Medium article real quick. So it just shows right here, product delivery and integration. And it just shows the BRC20 swap. And it shows the Fractal launch here. It says September 2024 and how it works, right? So BRC20 swap on layer 1, Bitcoin's mainnet. So I think that they're going to be announcing the launch of this one very soon. But then you can see this one they said is arriving in September. Like you said, that could be delayed. But I would imagine that by September, things should be pretty bullish again, So hopefully that is released during that time period, because it would make sense it would benefit them a lot. So, but here's the most important sentence of all this. It says the similarities of the Fractal swap and the mainnet swap is both of them are based on the BRC20 protocol and use BRC20 sats as the gas fee. So that's really big, right? Because now not only is the mainnet swap using sats as the gas fee, but the Fractal side is, right? So if there's a lot more people from the outside that want to use the Fractal side, like Sol and like Ethereum users and stuff like that, they're going to have to use sats as the gas fee. And then like you were talking about, if they're somehow able to add a stable token into this modular environment on Bitcoin's layer 1, then now you can talk about actual like Bitcoiners that hold a lot of Bitcoin on the main layer, maybe wanting to switch out into like NUSD or USDT for some reason, right? Or not. And they can do that with the regular mainnet swap. So it's going to be very, very interesting on, how this plays out. Again, not just them. Everybody's been talking a big game and has yet to deliver what we have needed on layer 1. So we'll see if this is true, what they're saying is going to be true or not.
Yeah, but true Bitcoiners, they're not going to bridge into the modular system. They're not going to bridge at all. That's something that they're not going to do. But they will if someone's able to create something, a swap like Fluid did, Fluid tokens did with Limit. That's what they're going to use. I don't think true Bitcoiners are going to bridge anything, because technically that's fake Bitcoin. You can skew it any way you want, but but that'll bring Solana people, that'll bring the people from the outside in, but we still need something secure with the LP pools potentially on L1, and potentially eventually we'll get that. I think I truly believe, whether it's different op codes coming in or something, or someone figures out something, but I think that is one thing we definitely need, is actual layer 1 with no bridging, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing here, the news announcements, is that Sats is going to be used on Fractal Bitcoin as well.
That's huge.
And it actually pumped the price of Sats over the weekend, quite a bit. And so a lot of people benefited from getting in to Sats maybe last week. And you saw it on the leverage platforms. I mean, like, there was a huge green candle if you're trading Sats, right? So we'll see how this plays out. There's a lot of stuff going on in terms of like news coming out. Again, the reason why I stay bullish on Unisat and whatever they're building is because they're being backed by Binance. So that, to me, that's a big deal. It's going to be interesting to see where we are 6 months, a year from now. And when we rewatch these live streams and see our conversations and be like, oh, remember whenever we thought this was going to happen or that was going to happen, and look at it now, right? Because it's hardly ever exactly how we think, right? So
yeah, 100%. New listing for dog. It's a BTSE. I've never really heard of this exchange, but no listing for dog. No, that means they know how to use the runes protocol now, right? Once you list dog, everything else is kind of comes in line. So that's really good for everything else in runes that we're getting listing after listing on exchanges, because these exchanges are putting in the work, making sure everything works properly to be able to list runes. To get the one rune, you easily can get every single other rune as well. So
yep, I think that's going to be big. Again, this is another smaller centralized exchange, but they're going to build so many up that eventually the Binance will have to eventually list them, I think, because I do look at dog as like the Shiba of Bitcoin, right? There's no other, or at least for the rune side of things, there's nothing else that competes with it.
100%, I agree. Magisat had a announcement. They said, prepare yourself for what's next on Magisat.io. Connect your Twitter today so you do not miss once it's live. They didn't really have any other thing over there. That was really the only thing I could find, but they're building something, and it might be a good idea to connect your Twitters to Magisat, because something's coming. And if you know, we actually have a great relationship with the guys at Magisat, and I think this is gonna be big. Not really sure what it is, but if it's those guys, they don't do anything small for sure. So
yeah, I mean, I hope that the rare stat meta comes back strong. I think it will. In the collector, we talk about the collector's phase and this and that. Who know? Sometimes collectors' phases are well after, because they look back and they see the history behind it. But I do think that the cycle will have that. It might not be until later, but Magisat and those special, like the rare stat platforms, they did a lot for the space. I mean, they built out made sure the indexing was matching. They had ideas. They actually created even a couple of new special and rare stats, right? So whatever they have next, I'm excited for it. If it's a runes token that's dedicated to their platform, or a collection, maybe it's like a 10,000 black uncommons collection or something like that.
Well, I'm speculating that this is something to do with listing on Twitter. I think when you list on Magisat, you're going to be able to take that listing and put it on Twitter. So if somebody wants to come buy it, all you have to do is kind of like just copy your listing. They can click that, and then immediately take them to your wallet and potentially do what the other company is doing. I'm guessing, it has something to do with, I think it's something to do with buying on Twitter. I think you're going to be able to list your 2009 uncommon sat on Twitter just by itself, and someone can come up and they can just buy it right from your Twitter. I think that is something that's going to be happening very soon. Yeah, and I think this might be it.
I think that happens this cycle too, because we've seen it and it looks so cool, right? It looks like it would just be such a good utility, and it looks like it's going to be coming from Bitcoin. From what I'm seeing, there's multiple projects working on Bitcoin that have shared screenshots and stuff, right? So that would be awesome, and I would want early in on that project.
100%.
So that's all I'll say. I mean, like Elon got the money remitters license, right? So, I mean, is doing live streams on Twitter, like we started doing this like a couple months ago. There's going to be ways to tip. There's going to be ways to showcase what your portfolio is if you want to sell stuff. So I think we're moving into a whole new era of crypto and Bitcoin and ordinals and being able to utilize social media. Jake Gallen talks about it all the time. He's like, when is the social fi going to actually be something that's useful? And I think this is it, guys. Like, I'm not talking about what Magisat's doing. I don't know what they have.
With Twitter.
But with Twitter, I think this is that opportunity, and I think it's going to be awesome.
I agree. I think you're right. I think that, I've said it before, like, I don't think GameFi is going to be built here. I think it's going to be built by the gaming companies who just bring it to Bitcoin, like Rockstar, And same thing. I think it's not going to be like a SocialFi type platform. It's going to be the ones that already exist, just bringing it to crypto. I think it goes this way instead of that way, what everyone kind of is not saying. So I think Twitter becomes a crypto hub eventually for just about anything. And I think Elon's building something spectacular. I'm so glad it's him, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. moving on here. One of our partners, Fluid Tokens, they said we have a lending and borrowing and a fully permissionless DEX on Runes. What service should we add next? So we both kind of know what they're building next, and it's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. It took us through a thing last Wednesday, a tutorial of it, and it's amazing. But
could this be related to the last? No, I'm just kidding.
But guys, Fluid Token, just keep an eye on them. And yeah, so
was this banner just like the biggest like tease?
Yeah, I mean,
was that the intention?
That was the intention.
I feel like I got teased just now on it. No,
I want to say what it is so bad because it's awesome. But
so the news of this is to go and follow Fluid Tokens. The BTC.
There might be a comment in there.
Hit the notifications and keep track of what they post, because I do feel like this information is going to come out probably any day.
Yeah.
But it is big. And I'll give a little hint. It has to do with TVL. That's all I'll say.
Ooh, we get trouble. I'm just kidding. Jump to the next thing. All right, guys. I'm gonna start this off first with saying this is high risk, the most high risk thing that we've ever talked about on the show, potentially. So the Byzantine general, and I'm just gonna call it Agora because I don't even know how to say the first word.
Aletheus.
Well, Agora and general are potential prediction markets like Polymarket. So Polymarket is being talked about on the All In podcast, which is huge because it's a crypto platform, and Polymarket obviously is on Polygon, and potentially we're going to have that on Bitcoin. So these are the two right now that are out in the open saying that they're building this, but they're both actual runes right now. That's why I say be careful, because if you're buying this stuff, it's super high risk. They're both up a lot over the weekend, but I think this is big. This is monstrous. And Byzantine General doesn't really have a platform yet, but the other Agora does. And so basically, this Democrat wins president. It's pretty simple how this works. And this, I could be wrong on this, but I actually really think it's really awesome. So you'll basically go to their site, which is, I think it's agora.com, and you can either buy Republican wins president or Democrat wins president runes. And holding that rune, so will get you potential airdrop of the NUSD. So what they're doing, and again, this is all speculation by me from what I've read, is they're listing that they're minting these out, right? And they're listing them, and then you will go and buy that off of them. They take the Bitcoin from that transaction and they immediately turn that into NUSD, or NUSD, and then they keep that, and then whoever wins. You get basically an airdrop of for every one
the total pot
you have. You'll get whatever you paid for it, that price. So it's going to be, let's just say they make it $10 each. You'll get $20 in NUSD back to you to get airdrop whoever's holding this. I think this is phenomenal. I love the way they're doing it, and potentially down here they're going to have some type of like casino type of stuff as well.
Wouldn't you get an airdrop of the total pot divided by how many holders? So, for example, like if you're buying the Democrat token, and there's a bunch of Democrat token holders, and there's obviously Republican token holders, right? But the Republicans win, and the Democrats don't get anything, but the Republicans will get a total airdrop of the NUSD from everybody, and just split amongst the Republican holders.
Could do it that way.
That's what I'm thinking how it works. I could be wrong on that. Is there like a document right there? Maybe we can
probably
dive into.
We can dig into it. We got a lot more articles to go here, so we can do this another time. But how it works?
Well, just hit that fact real quick. That facts. There it is. How it works.
I didn't want to show this because it looks like ass, but I'm just kidding. So you guys can go through all this stuff here. So it's a lot. I'm just predicting what I think it is. I really had too much time to dig deep into this, but yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So anyways, they actually have a mechanism right now, right, on the Agora side. The other side, the Byzantine side, that from what I'm hearing, I don't know if that's correct, so I haven't fact checked this yet, but I believe it's the Ordinals wallet team that is working on that side. So, there's two prediction markets here, or marketplaces, and I don't know if there's enough room over here for both. I think there would be, just going into this bull market, but eventually probably one's going to, win out. But
Yeah.
I think it's cool to like actually place your bets on either of one who's gonna win, right? Because you could like kind of place your bets by using your mouse for who you believe in. But it's exciting. I have personally, I have a little bit of both, right? Just to see, because I think it's cool because this type of platform is not that hard to do, even with the Bitcoin limitations. So I think that's really cool for like utility, to bring utility to these Runes tokens.
100%. So check that out, guys. Do your own research, obviously, but that's definitely something to do. So, but there was a comment here. So Sal says Byzantine is the first and have Ordinal Wallet dev, just like you said. Agora was Byzantine chat and wanted to launch something very fast. Ordinals devs didn't agree, so they created Agora. Okay, so basically they seen this like, we want to do something really quickly. They, you want to catch, you definitely want to catch the the hype.
Wave.
So that's what they're doing here. So, yep. And then he says, another comment from me, he says, time for real utility emerging in new market. And H. Becker, if from Ordinals Wallace, the dev, check out Byzantine. Okay, so he's definitely somehow invested in Byzantine. So, but we will see.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Like, there's more and more like utility token type plays that are coming out into the timeline. And so like the meme stuff is still there. It's not as crazy as it was, let's say a month ago, but it's still going to be crazy once the market comes back. But I think that these utility tokens are going to be talked about a lot.
I agree. All right, next thing here. Mikhail BTC, he says, welcome RSM contract 002, an automated liquidity contract for Runes assets and automated market making AMM method based on constant product formula for a pair of Runes tokens. And he goes, all on Bitcoin layer 1 with different data in the op return to complete the computing, no bridge. So that's the big thing for me, is no bridge. If you have to bridge, the maxis will not get into it. And I'm curious to see what they're going to build out. I've been in talks with Mikhail on DMs, just kind of, picking his brain and asking him questions and saying, what actually is this? And he's been upfront about everything, and it seems really cool. They're going to have to fork the Ord indexer and do things their own kind of way, and kind of figure out a way for it to kind of go back to the Ord indexer for this stuff to kind of work. Me and you had about a 30-minute talk earlier going back and forth with this. So as this it's kind of what we do here in the background. We kind of like, we kind of go at each other, so that way we can kind of get like a good opinion about it. Like, I'm trying to prove my point, he's trying to prove his point, and we kind of we always end up in the middle. And definitely so, but I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on RSM and Rune State Machine for sure.
I think our conversation was really productive. Actually, it ended up with me kind of seeing I think a point that you might have had hidden initially, that came out at the end that made a lot of logical sense to me. So, but my biggest thing with RSM is there's a lot of excitement with it. But there's been just a lot of claims, not from them specifically, but from everybody. Yeah, I think at this point in the Bitcoin ecosystem, it's kind of like put up or shut up, right? At the same time, we're going into a bull market, so there's going to be a lot of noise and talk and hype and narratives and this and blah, that and blah. The crazy thing is you can actually fake it till you make it in crypto, which is crazy, because you can go off of hype and narrative, but if you actually have talent, but you just need more time to build. That happened, I'm sure, last cycle with a couple projects. But sometimes the time runs out, right? Because the hype, there needs to be something deliverable. But the good thing for all these builders is everybody's doing it, right? So it's not just single people getting singled out. So hey, I'd like to see what Mikhail's building. I know he had some great ideas with BRC 100 back whenever the Meta Protocol wars were happening and all that stuff, and so I'm excited to see what he's going to roll out, right? Because those are some pretty big claims about being able to have some like an AMM on layer 1 without smart contracts, because that's the biggest thing is having that on-chain computation, right? And you're going to have to be able to do a lot of commands and stuff all in one instance rather than having separate ones all the time. And you just can't do that without like new op codes. But we'll see. I don't know. He's probably a lot more talented than, he is a lot more talented than me in terms of developer. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm definitely bullish on him, man. Like I said, I've been talking to him for a while now, just through DMs, and he gets back to me really quickly. And I was just like, dude, sorry, I'm not technical, but he sat there and explained a bunch of stuff to me, and really got me to understand. And ChatGPT helps out a lot too. You just take all their stuff, you throw it in ChatGPT, and you can ask questions. And ChatGPT won't say you're dumb. They'll be like, yeah, we got the answer for you right here. So that's like the best part for me. Jumping along here, huge sale. Alien Bitcoin Punk, aliens, dude. Aliens, everything have been blowing up. If you got an alien, I don't care what it is, an alien goose, I don't know, it's probably going to do really well. But aliens are killing it right now.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, I saw that. That was the Bitcoin Punk though.
Yeah, it sold for 2 Bitcoin.
Not a regular punk. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Well, the Bitcoin punks, they are the regular punk. Oh, I got what you're saying.
Crypto
punks.
Bitcoin
punks. Yeah. Yep.
That's who I was thinking, because that's a high price tag right there
for an alien Bitcoin punk. There's only 100 Bitcoin punks though.
Yeah.
Right. So
crazy.
It's very small. This is something from Bank here. 1.3 billion Bank was just moved to the Signal multi-wallet. The allocation of reserves for season 1 incentives for NUSD holders. So if you don't know, if you're holding NUSD, you are technically staking just by holding it, and you'll be rewarded in the Bank token. I think that is for November, if I'm correct. So 6.5% of supply will be released to these holders of NUSD, and I think this is pretty big that they're kind of already locking it away, waiting for the deposit.
Yep. This is big. These news drops for BAMP. I think it's really big to continually build the trust up, right? Because stable token, they have a huge opportunity. I keep bringing this up, so take advantage of it. But at the same time, make sure you're communicating with the community about it. But I want to address this real quick. Flip C here. What's up, guy? I just want to let you know. He says, what is this Rug Monday, dude? Jeff hasn't ran out of funds to stop paying you guys to show. I want someone to bring any evidence at all, 1 bit, and I'll pay you 10 Bitcoin that Jeff has paid us anything. Or Merlin, the project, has paid us anything. I'll guarantee you 10 Bitcoin if you can find 1 bit of evidence of any of Jeff's wallets going to any of us. I just want to clear that up, because I know that there's some fudsters and haters of that don't have really good business skills, that can't grow their own business and stuff like that, and stuff that just try to really hate on us for supporting Merlin and stuff like that. But we believe in it, and I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, bring any evidence to any wallets, Flipsy, and maybe you can get out of that homeless shelter.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll make it, bud. You just keep watching. All right, jumping to the next thing here. Track, the snapshot for the Track validator license pre-sale has been taken. Congratulations to everyone who's registered, eligible addresses, and is ready for it. So as I'm excited for this, I participated too. Did you do your wallet? I don't think you did you?
For the I didn't submit it. No.
I did too. So I'll hook you up if I get my other one. So
you're gonna hook me up for the good call with the Billy.
I'll scratch your back with that one after that Billy call. That was an amazing call. But yeah, so this is I think these track validators are going to be monsters. I think getting them at 300 track, because you got to remember, this is just the first one, and then there's a 500 track, and then there's 700 track, and 1,000, because all the way to about 10,000. So these are going to go for. I love how they're doing this, because the earlier you get in, the better you're off, right? So I'm pretty sure these are going to be an ordinal. I don't know if they're going to be soul bound or not. So I'm not sure about that, but I don't think they will be. I think you're going to be able to sell them if you want to. And I think these are a big deal. And potentially, I'm trying. I don't know how successful I will be, but
no promises here. So don't get them excited.
So tomorrow, potentially, might be able to give one away. No promises.
Hoping.
We're in talks with. We're hoping. How cool would that be? So tune in tomorrow anyway, just in case, right? So, but yeah, tomorrow potentially might be able to give one of these away. I'll pay the 300 track. I told them I just want to give one away. So, but yeah. That's actually really, really huge news.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting how these play out, because what the market's going to be like for these, right? I mean, I think you're expecting these to go for pretty high. Eventually,
$1,000. No, probably like at least 1,000 track, probably. Like I think in the secondary, probably if there's a secondary, but I think you'll be able to get 1,000 track for them easy. So I think it's a 3x off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I should have submitted mine, but I was so busy over the weekend.
Yeah, man. We will see. We will see. So, all right. I guess we're in the Ordinal Hour now. Jump to the comments.
Yep, let's get to it. All right, we're gonna answer a couple questions here, and get your questions ready for the Merlin guys too. Like we have Ordinal Hive, Fonzie. We're gonna have Mr. J from Unicross. We're gonna have Sam from VDEX, and then I can't remember who the person is for BitGenie, but put your questions in the chat for them as well. But yeah, let's get through some of these comments and questions here. Not a ton. Let's see. Well, first I want to let Mr. Sheedy know I Walk Alone will be in my prayers for sure. I hope it's not anything serious, like to do with health or anything, but I'll be praying for him. Just make sure he's getting through this hard time. Hope to see him back ASAP. And then Superfan says, thank you guys for all the consistent love. Been so busy building. Feels great to know I have fam here. Yeah, for sure, man. You've always shown us support as well. I'm excited for your rollout. I think it's really cool he's using DMT. Didn't it feel like such a perfect
for him? Yeah, 100%. And me and Tap as well. Like I love the Lambda guys, but Tap's going to have more hype than probably it could probably match the hype of Merlin.
Yeah. And he says, I plan to make custom hero characters for you guys. We'll go super high res on those and send it your way. Hey, I appreciate that. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. Oh, no. Ichitochi says, this was definitely more than 20 minutes ago, but Z-Bit loot boxes in 20 minutes. You will have whitelist if you have a DAO pass. So anybody that is looking for that, it looks like that has started already. Mauricio says, by the way, what is the Fractal thing? So Fractal Bitcoin is a layer that Unisat team has been working with to build something that is supposed to make trading these Bitcoin layer 1 assets a lot more smooth. They're supposed to be able to process 30-second blocks, as well as be versatile with the Bitcoin layer 1 assets that you can trade on there. So you're talking about runes, you're talking about BRC20s, ARC20s. I think they mentioned them too. And it works with the Unisat wallet directly. So you just switch the network. It's almost kind of like on MetaMask where you switch networks. It's going to be like that here, to where the Fractal Bitcoin network is going to be like a toggle. So you can switch over there, which is really cool. I like that. I think they're integrated with like UniWorlds too. So that should be a big part of it. So it's something to look forward to, Mauricio, in September. Or hopefully September, because that's what they stated, but we'll see.
We will see for sure.
Let me get that last thing off here.
Yeah.
All right. And then...
So guys, remember, definitely put your Twitter handles in the comments. So I'm going to be grabbing everything for the wheel. Do it before they come on, so that way I don't have to go back and grab them again. So put your Twitter handles in the comments. I'm going to be grabbing them really soon and be placing them on the wheel. So do that as soon as you possibly can.
Yep. Sal says, time for real utility merging, new market, Ordinals wallet, dev, checkout. So this was for the predictions marketplace there, and he followed up. I think you read that. Amir Dawood says, someone came out with the Fractal Bitcoin network rune, 0 pre-mine, 21 million supply, and minted out so fast. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think there's a connection there, because their token is the FB token, and they haven't talked about
where's
how they're
that at.
I mean, I imagine that they're going to do like an IDO. It might be a native something. I don't know.
Because you can't do it, BRC20 in 4 yet and 2, like unless they enable that with the new update.
Yeah. Cheaty says this is for Sam for VDEX. Is the Dex ready? Yeah. Straight up, is the Dex ready? Yeah, I actually talked to him today. Yeah. He has a big announcement today, guys. So wait for that.
Does he?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, he says if it is, release the Kraken. It's always best to launch in the bear and weed out the non-believers so the protocol grow
See,
organically.
that's not true at all. It's good that launch when hype happens, and we're advisors on this project, and we're kind of advising. We're the reason why this hasn't launched yet for sure. We definitely want to make sure that it's good market conditions, and everyone else is doing the same. So right now isn't the best time. It really isn't. I understand you want to get the staking and start earning. I get it, completely get it. But it'll come. It'll come when it's time.
Yeah. And but I think you'll be pretty happy with what he comes out with today. So we'll see. And then Ishitoshi says, I'd make up something for 10 BTC. Yeah, but it has to be factual and evidential. And then Yasher says, yeah, we don't waste your time on these people. Yeah, I typically don't. I don't know what.
Usually me, which is weird.
Yeah. there was a fire brewing in me every time I saw that. But yeah, you're right. Rise above, right?
He's a
not like the on-chain monkey was rise above, which that's cool that they say that, but say rise above the moment. All right, some questions for Jeff. Oh, here's one from Nocturnal. It says Epic airdrop starts today. What kind of action do you think we see on it? What do you think?
Go down. I think this is for sure. I mean, you're getting free tokens, right? Again, this is not the market to be airdropping. I think people want to get as much Bitcoin as they can because they feel scared. And if you're just going to throw something in their wallets, they're immediately going to try to list it. And I think it's going to be listing after listing. So this is something that I'll be looking at getting into once the floor drops, 60-70%, like I think it's going to after the airdrop.
Yeah. So this is airdropping the remainder of the supply or what?
I don't think the remainder supply. They're going to keep some probably, but yeah.
This is going to be interesting to see. Yeah. Because 74,000 holders though. Crazy.
It's nuts.
It dumped pretty hard recently. Yeah, but I think that's a good strategy and move there is to let the floor calm down.
Yeah. And
then try to get it as cheap as possible. Because then at that point, when you kind of see like after everything is settled, you can see where that floor is because they do have a lot of, I think, liquidity backing this project. All right, guys, I see all the usernames. So perfect. Yeah, we're gonna give away those passes, which should be really.
Jeff said he's giving away something too, didn't he, last week?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
ZBit Mint is killing it. They're saying.
ZBit Mint.
Yeah, the loot boxes.
Oh, gotcha.
Cheaty says, Shizzy, how much do you pay per swap on Fluid tokens?
So it's 2 transaction fees. So not only are you paying your transaction fee, you're paying for them to break it off and give it back to you. So just think of it, whatever the transaction fee is double it, and that'll be around. I think last time I did a swap, it cost me around $6 to $7, but I think the V bytes were a lot higher than they are right now. So, but yeah, just be prepared to pay 2 transaction fees when you're buying. When you're selling, I don't think you pay anything.
Gotcha. All right, so. Yasher says Shizzy's right. After the airdrop initiated, right. Price of Epic dropped. Yep. So I guess that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So let that thing calm down a little bit. And I think that's it for the questions so far. So keep getting those questions in here. You want to go over the markets real quick?
Yeah.
Step away for a quick second.
Sounds good. All right, guys. I'm going to dive deep into some market updates here. See what's going on here. I'm going to start with the Magic Eden digital artifacts part of it. I like to be on the 7-day. It's kind of my favorite here. We have the No Monkey sitting at 0.161, followed by Runestones sitting at 0.012. Quantum Cats, after that huge buying last week, sitting at 0.247. Bitcoin Puppets are sitting at 0.125. The Billy Cats, man, killing it. These were at 0.0012 yesterday morning, and I know because I bought them there. I got really lucky with that after noticing it was a B. But shout out to Yagobi for turning it sideways. Sitting at 0.0046. He's a destiny, man. These are flying up 257% in the last 7 days. They are gearing up for Uni Worlds. Uni Worlds, I think, honestly, I'm more bullish on Uni Worlds than I am on Fractal Bitcoin, honestly. I think that they're going to kill it there. Ordinal Maxi Biz really getting kind of killed here, down at 0.205. And then Blob. So if you own a Blob, you're getting this Epic airdrop because that is a part of the Epic team. So shout out to them, 0.0019. Bitcoin Frogs, man. This is been sitting flat. And what normally happens when something sits flat, as long as Bitcoin Frogs does, it's probably going to double soon. Honestly, I truly think that. I think we're going to need better market conditions, but I'm getting very bullish on the Frogs here. Bitcoin Punks, there's that huge sale over the past couple of days. Sitting at 0.014 is the floor there. Bitcoin Shrooms sitting at 1.24 Bitcoin, followed by RSIC. Meta Protocol sitting at 0.13. NatCats 0.013 as well. And the Pizza Ninjas still sitting a little above that 0.1. So that's really good for them. The Inc had a really good day yesterday, but they kind of dropped here a little bit now. Bitmap, man, I think Bitmap just goes lower from here. I do think it does have a push up eventually, but I think we get lower Bitmap first. I will be picking some up if we get to a certain number. So I'm looking for that for sure. Promethean sitting at 0.0041, followed by the Bitcoin Wizards, and then we're gonna jump into some runes here. We're gonna take a look at what is going on in the runes area. So I'm gonna be again on the 7-day, and I'm gonna grab it by market cap here. So we have obviously Fehu with sitting at $11.21. Don't Go to the Moon sitting at a little, at a $446 million market cap. So this has been down pretty bad. It got down to 7.0 yesterday, and it's kind of hanging out here now at around 8. Bank of Nakamoto dollar sitting at 11.9 sats. This was down to about 9 sats yesterday. Roaring comeback here, about 20%. So that's sitting nice there. RSIC sitting at 6.8, sorry, at a $79 million market cap, followed by the Pups sitting at a $54 million market cap. Billion-dollar cat. So if you guys are a member, you would have seen that we did a members video yesterday. We kind of went in and kind of dug into a lot of what was going on and what we did with our portfolio. So we're doing a challenge from 5,000 to 100,000. So we've officially put in the $5,000. It's officially all in. We are not broke. We are fully allocated. But that is in there now. And so we dollar cost average over the last, I want to say 4 weeks. So go check that video out. It was a live stream from yesterday. It was our first live stream portfolio, but it was definitely fun.
Yep, for sure. I don't know if we're going to do that format anymore though, but if you guys like it or not, let us know, because it was just kind of, I felt like it was really methodical in terms of just trying to brainstorm and all that stuff. So it definitely took longer than our typical live stream.
100%. Decentralized sitting at 2.24, sitting at a $26 million market cap. This popped up. This one was at 1.7. It popped all the way up to about 3 sats over the weekend. Had a really good day Friday, but now kind of settling back down at 2.24 to 9. Lobo to Wolf Pup at 2 sats or $23 million market cap. Epic. See, down 41%. This is what I was talking about, guys. Doing airdrop in this market, people just take the Bitcoin off the table, sitting at $22 million market cap. Satoshi Nakamoto sitting at around $21 million market cap, getting close to my buying spot. Getting really close, so I'll most likely be buying this soon. Runes X Bitcoin sitting at a $15 million market cap, followed by Zbit Blue Bitcoin at a $10 million market cap. And then we'll skip a few here and kind of get to some down here. So you got RSM really getting killed here, sitting at $0.28 million market cap at 5 sats. Been pretty flat over the week, but this is something I'm very, very bullish on. I'm excited to maybe DCA back into this, or DCA some more. Donald Trump sitting here at $2.7 million market cap, really getting hurt, but I think Donald comes back strong once the election season really kind of gets into full go mode. Then we have here Mr. Yen, one of our favorites, sitting at 7 cents or $1.5 million market cap as well. And I think that is good for your Runes market update. I don't really see anything else kind of to get into here, but yeah, man.
So I've been seeing some stuff on the timeline saying that Runes has been like an Ordfluencer chill camp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's obvious because like Runes are down right now. I feel like right now is probably the most Runes have been down, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
So this is, but I mean, that was inevitable at some point that there's going to be a drawback that is that significant, right? Yes. Obviously, there was drawbacks in terms of prices with a lot of different runes before, but not this significant, right? What do you think that's about? And like, what do you have to say to the people that think that this was just like a Ordfluencer kind of shill camp, like they were saying?
So Runes is just a better honestly a better protocol, right? It's using UTXO model. It's not a meta protocol on top of meta protocol. You're able to potentially, do a lot more with runes. So yeah, in the beginning it did feel that way. It did feel like this was just something that they missed out on the BRC20s, and they were kind of pissed off at that, so they made their own protocol. But I never really saw it that way. I just see this as a better version of BRC20s, honestly. I mean, they know that. That's why they're building BRC20 2.0, right? That's why they're building Fractal Bitcoin. That's why they're building this modular system where they don't have to do the transfer inscription on layer one. Transfer inscriptions are a big deal, and I think we're going to see that. But I think there's solutions to that as well. So we're going to see that. But I think that Runes is going to be one of the top. To Yagobi's point, I do think we're going to be in an arena where Bitcoin is kind of like the layer zero, and you have all the stuff that lives on top. You have potentially the BRC20s, you have the runes, the atomicals, the tap tokens, and everything else. There's going to be probably more and more, but it all really just comes down to Bitcoin at the end of the day. And I think that is the biggest thing to take away. When you trade, we trade here in Bitcoin, and eventually we'll get a stable coin as well. But I still think the dominant factor of buying and selling will be Bitcoin.
Yeah. So let's talk about a stable coin, because Jack Liu and his team are trying to really solidify that, build that foundation for NUSD and BAMP. Okay, let's fast forward to 8 months. We're in full on bull market. There's a stable token. NUSD is on layer one. We have this fractal Bitcoin kind of going in. We have the mainnet swap or whatever. And there's a lot more like on-chain economy activity happening. How does that change Bitcoin overall, do you feel like?
I don't think it changes Bitcoin at all. I just feel like it'll make you less basically you won't send it to centralized exchanges anymore. Right now, if you're playing the Bitcoin game down the line, you're going to want to eventually sell to cash. Bitcoin's going to hit like 700K in my opinion, and you might want to take that off the table. So instead of just sending it to Coinbase or sending it to Mexi or sending it somewhere else, you can do it right on chain. And you can just do it right with your wallet and go right into a stable coin. I think that is very important. Does that change anything? No, but I think it does bring a lot of liquidity that is sitting in Bitcoin to runes, right? And to BRC20s. And once they start using it and kind of seeing if this is a better solution than centralized exchanges, that's when money is going to flow into runes heavily, in my opinion. We don't need outside money. We need the money that's already here. The Bitcoin, more than half of the liquidity in the entire crypto hemisphere is in Bitcoin, right? So we need that money to get actively trading our assets. And I think that does happen, but it's going to take a stable coin to get that for them to first try it.
Yeah. So you made a point about not wanting to off-ramp to centralized exchanges anymore to trade your BTC to stable. But I feel like most people that want to do that, they're trying to off-ramp the stable coin into their bank accounts, right? They're not necessarily. So
I think you go to cash to buy more Bitcoin later, the Bob Lucas strategy.
Yeah, but why would you do that in a bull market going up? You know what I'm saying?
Because
you're
you feel
okay
at the
holding.
top.
You
only sell at the
like
top.
Obviously right now it's like you can't, like, let's talk about like the first 6 months of this year. Like if you did that, you would lose. If you
did it
to stable
a month ago, you'd be up.
I know, but for the first 6 months, my point is that like it wasn't really needed then, right? So the people that were off ramping the first 6 months to stable most likely sent that to their bank. That's what I'm thinking, right? Unless they just held it into stable, which some people probably did, but I think majority of people would rather have it in Bitcoin if they felt like it was going from 30 to like 72. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be stupid if you moved it to stable, unless you needed the cash. If you needed the cash, then you need the cash. You know,
I think that's the only reason you would go to cash is if you needed the cash. I don't think I think you stay in stable because the on and off ramps, that's it's always harder because there's just limits.
Yeah, but again, like you wouldn't stay in the stable if you feel like Bitcoin's about to jump up like 40%, right? And I'm not saying like a bunch of people saw that, because I don't think a lot of people saw how aggressive it would jump up to 74. But I'm just saying, like, from a value accrual, like, you know what I'm saying, ascending value perception, like holding it in Bitcoin makes more sense. And I think holding it in Bitcoin starting in August all the way until whenever the top hits makes more sense. My whole point about that I'm speaking about this is if you're able to move it into stables on Bitcoin, so you're thinking in like a choppy, volatile market, or possibly in like heading towards the end of the bull market, moving into stables makes more sense too, right? So if you like, especially if you're a spot trader, like there are actually talented traders in our space right now, like very talented people that know how to flip ordinals, and they've probably made a lot of money, ordinals or these fungible tokens. So for them, it would help a lot, right? Because think about it, like if they're flipping and then they're just waiting on the next hot thing, then being in a stable makes a lot of sense. So that could change like the dynamic for sure.
It's exactly my point. Like, let's just say, like, right now you have guys who don't like to keep their stuff on central exchanges. They like to have, everything being a sovereign individual. They don't want to use that. But let's just say Bitcoin shoots the rockets up to 90, and they're like, it's way too fast. This is not going to withstand. I want to sell into stable and then buy back at 77. That's when you would do it. It really brings the capos of the world, people who just trade Bitcoin. That's all they do. They just buy and sell Bitcoin. They when they see that it's oversold, they buy. When they see when it's overbought, they sold. They're spot traders. They don't use a leverage. They just they buy. They just they also
they'd
have
rather
a bag.
do it
They
on
don't
chain
trade
than on a centralized exchange, because you do that, but
exactly
wreck you.
What do you mean?
On a centralized exchange, if you try that on a centralized exchange, you get
exactly
fees.
But here you're just paying the network fee. And that's the thing too. You're helping secure Bitcoin at the same time when you're doing it here. You're not getting some CEO rich of some company. You're doing it. You're doing something that really helps the miner, especially if you have a lot of UTXOs, right? If you're consolidating UXOs to do that, it might cost you a little money, but once you have it consolidated, you can kind of trade that back and forth in one UTXO, which makes it a lot easier for you because you'll get things. So that's why stablecoin, it's going to unlock a lot of liquidity that's just sitting in Bitcoin right now and just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. So I did get some bad news just now. Sam from VDEX says that he got emergency called into work, so he can't show up for the Merlin Mondays, but we still have BitGenie and Ordinal Hive, right? As well as Mr. J from Unicross and Jeff. So it's going to be still a fun show full of guests and stuff like that. But he did say he's going to release a Twitter statement today. So
sounds good.
We'll see.
We'll have that for you tomorrow on tomorrow's live show. Yep. So we're about 8 minutes away from Merlin Monday. We're gonna have Jeff joining us, like you said. We got BitGenie already down or in the waiting room right now, so we're gonna bring them up in a little bit. And then like you said, I'm excited for Mr. J, man. Those guys are building something amazing with Phantom. Definitely excited to hear what BitGenie's story. It's gonna be great. And then, guys, remember questions. Put your question in the chat for all these builders that we're gonna be talking to, because the more questions we have, the longer we stay on. So right now we're about an hour and 22 minutes in. We got about 230 people watching, guys. We appreciate every single one of you. And I got a feeling that once Jeff gets on, it's gonna ramp it up, because Jeff always brings a crowd wherever he goes.
Yeah, should be fun for sure. Do you have the wheel and stuff ready?
So I'm gonna get that ready. Would you like to just do a BRC20 maybe? Check out.
Yeah, we can look at the BRC20 stuff here. Let me try to pull it up here. OKX. I like using OKX because I feel like it's probably the most volume of all the marketplaces. But yeah, so you can see here on the 24-hour chart or 24-hour data, pizza comes in that number one spot, which is no surprise, sitting at $4.60. So this thing got all the way to $5.80, I think, yesterday. It was over $100 million market cap, but it did drop later in the day. But it is still number one in volume, $236,000 there. And then Pi comes in at number two. Pi has like a lot of volume on OKX. So the Chinese community must be bullish about Pi, but it is only $38 million market cap here. So this might be a good opportunity. I'm going to look into Pi and see what exactly they are about. I think they're probably like a modular swap utility type situation. And then you have Core coming in at that third spot, 44,000 in 24-hour volume at almost 9 cents, 8.5 cents there, $17.6 million market cap. I did hear that this is a utility project. LIGO, wow, remember LIGO?
Yeah, that one.
Dude, I remember LIGO.
Early.
Oh my gosh. Their website had like the partnership and it said NASDAQ on there. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
That is not true, I don't think. But anyways, their volume is 37,000 in the past 24 hours and almost $4 million market cap here. But they are up by about 145%. I'm not sure if their team pumped this maybe. But Track comes in at that number 5 spot, $1.94. So Track doesn't have that crazy whale putting in that huge brick like they did on the Unisat side. I think he was trying to sell like 25,000 Track for like 48 grand, knowing that no one's going to be able to, really buy that. But over here, there is no brick, but it's still sitting at $1.94. So the news about the validators actually pushed up Track's purchasing volume on OKX, which it's never been really high over here. Yeah. So to me, that was a little bit of a surprise, but it shows kind of the effect that validator kind of news had. It's going to be interesting once the people actually start purchasing them. It's not open yet to like the public rounds, is it?
No, not yet. So the snapshot happened, and then you're gonna. I think it's actually in a couple of days. It might be tomorrow. I can't remember.
Yeah. So I think a lot of us are really excited and want to see how Track does through this bull market. My old prediction of prices for Track was like $30 from a conservative perspective, but now like it's really hard to really kind of think about what it could get to and stuff, because it's been everywhere. It's been closer to $10. It's dropped all the way. I don't know, is this like this $1.45, was this like the lowest it's been in a while for Track? I think so.
It's $1.45 right now.
No, I'm talking about like last week when it was at $1.45.
Oh yeah, well no, it hit $1. I skipped some at $1, like $1.
Wow, we got to $1. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember I bought 1,000 for $1. It was one of my best purchases in this recently.
Yeah, that's a really, really good price. I'm looking up this next one. It's called AOAS. Have you heard of that? AOAS. No. Yeah, I'm seeing it on all these BRC20 charts, but I don't see like their Twitter or anything like that. So, because someone, I think it was Mauricio, asked about it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'll look further into it. But AOAS is at number 6 at right under $20,000 in 24-hour volume. 34 cents, $7.26 million market cap here. Also, make sure you're checking out the holder counts too, right? Like Pizza has 102,000. Pi has 17.5K, which is probably why people are bullish on this too. And the market cap is pretty decent and all that stuff. Other notable stuff in here. See Rats right here at number 16 at $85 million market cap. But the volume overall is it's not what it used to be, that's for sure. Pizza 236,000. The top 3 is 236,000, and then 130,000, and then 44,000. So yeah, that is kind of what's going on now. I don't expect these numbers to really pop up until they have those environments, like the swap modules working seamlessly, going in and out, and then Fractal Bitcoin as well. So we'll see how that plays out.
And guys, if you haven't put your X handle in the chat, I don't have many names here. So you guys are going to have a really good chance of winning this. So put your X handles in the chat here. So let me know. I'm actually going to put the names that I have right now in. So if you don't see your name, I would definitely, add it again so I can get it. But these are all the names that I have. Please put your Twitter handles in the chat so I can add you guys to the list here.
Yep. Don't want to miss out on that Ordinal Hive pass that will be bridgeable back and forth from Merlin to Bitcoin, and back and forth is the plan from what I'm hearing.
And Ordinal Hive. And that's the thing too. If you bridge the one you get over there and you keep that in your wallet, you'll actually earn more points doing that way. So you're gonna want to get as much Hive points as you want, because the reward is a TBD, to be determined. But yeah.
TBD.
It's better than redacted for sure. Redacted. Every time I hear the word redacted, I get cringe down my spine. This gives me BitGod stuff. So.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody can ever use that like strategy again, just because It was so over played so much.
It really was. It really was. All right, we're kind of just waiting for Jeff to join us, and then we'll get this started. Waiting for everyone else. Do you want to throw that in the? I could probably throw it in the Telegram.
Did you get Cheap Axel in there? He just put his Twitter handle in there.
So I think some names for some reason didn't get pushed through, but yeah, I thought maybe not. I'll add you. There we go. Get some names. Get some more names in here, guys. Get some more names. Fill this up, and we'll do a giveaway. Maybe we'll do a giveaway before Jeff gets in.
Yeah, maybe we start off with a giveaway. That'd be good. Yeah. Right? Let's start it off with a bang. Well, you're gonna share your screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna add these names real quick.
All right, let's start with the giveaway. We'll give one of the Hive passes away. Last time I saw, I think they were like $120. I don't know if they dropped from there, but
all right, we got some new names now. Got to add this in, and then we'll spin. All right. We'll do a giveaway right now, guys. Who's ready? Oh man, more names coming in. Hold on. All right.
You got to give them a countdown. So give me a countdown.
Add this.
All right. If you don't get your name in the next 10 seconds, then we're gonna do the spin. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I gotta manually add these.
2,
grab it.
1. All right, that's it for this first spin. You can add it for the next one.
So add a cache cats. Hey, Satoshi, are you on here? Make sure you put your name in here. I want to see Satoshi. And then, wow. Add the loyal.
All right. Let's see. Ishitoshi says, I missed the Hive mints and OR passed in. So I know you won one last time. So these are going for like right at $100 showing on Magic Eden, but I think the benefits are going to be pretty solid. I think they have to do with fees and stuff, but Fonzie from Ordinal Hive is going to be joining us here very shortly.
Just waiting for Jeff, and then we'll get this started. But yes, let's give away a Hive pass right now. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's kick it off with the Hive. Good luck, everybody. Hey. Who is it? Token Jokin.
Congratulations.
Token Jokin.
So we're giving away 4 of these today. All right.
Jokin. Perfect.
Put you in.
Well, maybe we can start off with Mr. J since he's in here.
Yeah,
to start us off because he's kind of a leader in that space as well. So we're going to bring up Mr. J from Unicross to kind of give us just a breakdown of what they've been up to. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Welcome to the show, Mr. J.
What's up? How are you guys?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us. No, it's late over there for you. What time is it over there?
It's 12 hours ahead, so 12:30 a.m. Yeah, it's not too bad,
up, buddy. Okay, you like that better than the mornings? The other stream or we had a Spaces, and it was like super early for you guys. So it's either super early or super late. I apologize for that.
That's all right, man. To be honest, to me it doesn't really matter. It's just like sometimes like the brain's a little bit hard to kickstart, but I generally wake up at around 8 a.m. So something like 8 p.m. is okay for you, like for your time. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and kind of jump into some stuff here about Merlin Chain and just what you guys have been doing at Unicross. Obviously, Unicross is a big part of connecting the builders that are, from Bitcoin's main layer to Merlin Chain, and in the future, possibly some other Bitcoin layer 2s as well. Could you talk about what is new with Unicross, what you guys have been doing, and possibly a little bit about the future that you see for Unicross and Bitcoin layer 2s?
Okay, probably break down my reply to like 2 parts. I think the first part is that I think when we left off previously, I think you guys I think the last time was when you guys interviewed me. We were doing minting of inscriptions on Merlin. We were also doing a launchpad and a marketplace for BRC20s, and maybe I mentioned runes, and also ordinal collections. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think since then we've gone through some upgrades, I would say, to the site. Namely, we kind of transitioned to building a bridge first and foremost, because there weren't really any proper bridges on Merlin to actually bridge over Bitcoin assets. So before this, it was using Merlin's own bridge, but I think there was like a role to be filled over there. So we did our bridge for runes, ordinals, collections, and also BRC20s and BRC 420s. And yeah, shout out to you guys for having a BRC 420 as well. So with these assets that we've already started to bridge over, there needed to be, like, added utility. So that's when we launched Phantom, or Merlin's Phantom, as I think Jeff has mentioned many times before. It's a tool that allows you to swap different Bitcoin asset protocols. For example, like JPEGs to NFTs to runes, or BRC20s, or BRC20 to runes. So this sort of interchange opens up a lot of new creative ways where communities can kind of expand their narrative or expand their utility. So, for example, what we did with the bitmap token, which was I think first proposed by Jeff last year, actually, before he even did Merlin. So this was a way for, because there's like more than 800,000 bitmaps. So it's really a way for people to be able to trade bitmaps easier. And then when you actually want a bitmap, the original infamous line of text, you can actually just come back to our Phantom and swap it back. You won't get the same exact one, but so just keep in mind not to like put some of your favorite bitmap punks into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of developments up till now.
Gotcha. So guys, if you're listening in and you do the transfer of the bitmaps to the tokens, try to make sure, I mean, it's up to you, but like, you want to make sure that they're floors, right? Something that's not like a low number bitmap or a bitmap punk or anything like that. But I've actually done this, and it's a really, really simple transaction. It's very, very seamless. Thank you for breaking that down for us in terms of Unicross and what you guys have been doing recently. One other thing too, I feel like you guys are kind of a part of this like almost onboarding type of situation with new builders. What has that been like? Have you guys been able to facilitate, maybe help new builders that are coming from Bitcoin's native layer? And what has that been like?
So we're still trying to work out something more of like a structure to help builders, but in general, I think it's pretty customized to each builder, like what they want to achieve on chain, and kind of like what kind of level of partnerships you want to go to. So with VDEX, we helped with bridging like rune tokens, because right now it's kind of whitelisted to bridge tokens. The whole reason is being like we really want to push good assets, assets that can have a longevity on Merlin, rather than like something that just comes and goes. So we work really hard with builders to actually determine like their real intentions, because at the end of the day, it's what our users and our users would want, because you don't want to bring like a token or something that's doesn't have that building capability, and then like just drop it on chain, and anything can happen. So So we kind of want to work with people who have the right intentions, and then that's how we are trying to grow the ecosystem together with Merlin. Because a lot of this is related to what we are doing next, actually. Maybe I'll talk a bit more about that later.
Yeah, what are you doing next there, buddy? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you guys are definitely one of the top projects over there. Without you, there's really no there's no bridging and stuff like that, because that's one thing that separates Merlin from everyone else, right? You guys are really going after the L1 assets. The other chains, they're just using Bitcoin and stuff like that and creating their own assets and stuff like that. But you guys are, going after, which in my opinion is the best case scenario for any L2, is taking these L1 assets and being able to use them in a more EVM environment, which I think is absolutely amazing and truly special. And I think that was just Jeff's idea from the beginning. So what were some challenges for you guys during this process in the recent months?
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to add on to what you said just now, actually, because I think it's very important. The philosophy that we have for Bitcoin assets actually is to keep everything on Bitcoin layer 1, keep all the assets there where it's secure. It's trying to test it, but it's kind of hard to do a lot of things on Bitcoin. So that's why utility kind of goes towards Bitcoin layer 2 until you have a native layer 1 solution, which that could happen, but in theory, if it could, it would have happened a long time ago. So there's a lot of changes that needs to be made to Bitcoin in order for more utility to get on there. But for now, and for the foreseeable future, we're actually looking very heavily towards utilization on Bitcoin layer 2. And some of the challenges that we faced recently for building is that I think the number one thing would be that our supporters and people in general have this thinking where you say you want to build something and it happens overnight. But I think, as we've all known, even with Ordinal Revolution, it takes so long to get to where we are right now, and it shows that a conviction, but also it's also a time period of endurance where you really have to face the community and also work really hard behind the scenes to build something that you would actually use yourself. So I think that's one of the challenges. Just trying to balance between expectations and also the reality. And number two, I think one of the biggest challenges that we faced actually is also with trying to figure out something that works, for something that works and something that's scalable for the future of Bitcoin assets is something that's we faced a lot, and it's coming to a point where a lot of our time resources are spent into trying to really unleash the potential of Bitcoin assets through our next move. So we're thinking that the first wave of hype kind of started with Ordinals and art, and then after that it was BRC20s with tokens, just going ham on different tickers. And that was a fun period, and also a period full of liquidity flowing around. And then now you have runes, right? So runes are just starting to move, actually, believe it or not. It's still way long way to go for it to catch up to what BRC20 was. I think that would take some time, but it's normal. BRC20 took some time as well. And then after runes, what's next? So we really want to work towards that. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there's always something that's next. I feel like it's always the next shiny object, but I think runes are going to be hot for a while though. So I think you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So if you look at the trajectory of BRC20s, it actually kind of moved like uh, in like a few months. Sorry, almost a year. So this is kind of the thing that we can expect, I would say, for runes or something that's maybe even shorter.
Yeah. Okay. So you hinted a little bit about something that you have coming up soon. Can you hit on that right now, or is that something that you can't talk
Should we
about?
bring the big guy up first? Make sure.
No. I will share it in due time, bro.
Yeah,
okay, in due time. Okay, so again, another tease there to follow up Shizzy's tease earlier. No, I'm just kidding. No, appreciate you breaking that down for us. I'm gonna drop you down for a little bit so I can get BitGenie up here, get them a little bit familiar with our audience. So we'll bring you back up at the afterwards for questions. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, appreciate it, Mr. J. All right, let's bring BitGenie up.
yeah, Jeff.
BitGenie,
You want to bring Jeff up?
yeah, I'm going to after this. I want BitGenie to get a little bit of introduction here. So BitGenie is a decentralized exchange on Merlin Chain as well. BitGenie, could you kind of explain to our audience what you guys bring to the Merlin ecosystem, as well as some of, because you're talking to a lot of Bitcoin Ordinals audience right now, like how can they benefit from your platform?
Hey, good evening, guys. What's going on? Actually, it's a bit late here, and I was joining a little bit soon to listening to some sharing and market update, and appreciate the Ordinal Revolution team for inviting us into the Morning Monday. Yeah, it reminds me of the time like 8 months ago when we were like in a super bullish market. We was preparing for the Bitcoin halving and waiting for the runes launch. But before then, we the BRC 20 and Ordinals was a thing that no one can fade, right? So
Yeah.
I believe although the market is finding it a little bit right now, but I think runes will be super back maybe the around this time or in the end of the 2024. So actually, BitGenie comes up in April when we are teaming up with like who. You guys know who is who ecosystem. They have a lot of like product like trading, finance, or something. And then we meet together. We meet Jeff during the event in Dubai, and like, we started to establish BitGenie. We are the go-to decks for on Merlin for runes and ordinal stuff. And what we are doing right now is we want to bring like more value to the community through our wish token, especially like from the launch till today. We are running like various events to just leverage the users who hold the Bitcoin access, especially the access on Merlin network. You guys know, and we have partnering with several brokers to help you guys like Unicross to help for people they can bridge their runes and other access into the Merlin or Merlin chance, and they can bring to BitGenie. They can trade or stack to actually earn the value from the holding, and they can. If the market is like going up, they can like take the top profit, even from the our risk token and from the what they are holding like in the value. Um, we have just end up our Rune Summer campaign, which we have over like 12,000 participants with over like $18 million in trading volume, that we encourage a lot of people in trading runes on Merlin Chain. Like we follow the core value that Chef and Merlin Chains already bring to the ecosystem, which is the community base and boost the liquidity toward the rune access. So uh, we are on the right way to like help users to onboard more users to use the decks, get used to trading, and they gotta know about they're gonna start with like runes access or something. Um, before they diving into the world of runes, because um, the number of the total access on the runes protocol that can be bridged to Merlin is kind of limited right now. Just a few, like dog go to the moon, or like runics they Rufi. But we believe in the future we're gonna see more and more runes that are coming into the Merlin ecosystem, and people gonna find we're gonna find like a DEX to at least trade or stack or do a lot of stuff on DeFi. You guys know, on the profit. So we are on that way, and not stopping at just those direction. In the meantime, we are also building like a new Telegram bot. We not yet publish any info right now, but our Telegram bot will have to onboard a lot of users from Telegram. They can, recently the market is a bit uh, heads up by some Telegram bot app like the Hamster Combat or something, right? So we wanna
Yeah.
Yeah.
to do the same thing uh, to onboard more users to play on the Telegram bot, and when they use our app on Telegram, they can actually use their EVM wallet to connect into the BitGenie, the app, for example, and they can start learn how to use access on Merlin, and what they earn from that D app, from the Telegram app, is the Wish token from BitGenie, and they can actually swap this token or back to other network, for example. Uh,
Gotcha.
yeah, and while building our Telegram app, we gradually like are building our YouTube channel to start updating news and stuff. You guys can take a look at our YouTube channel. I'm trying to pass in the chat, right? Okay, hope you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Gotcha.
And also, I saw questions from an audience that about our rune summer campaigns that we had end up on the last Sunday, and for the future plan of the Wish token, of course. Um, we will soon like list on like many markets, many major like CX. And before that, we must ensure that we need to like hold various campaigns with those CX, and a lot of marketing stuff to list on those market with a good price, so users they can like earn more profit during the listing process. I know
Gotcha.
at the moment, you guys can still like trade our Wish token on the Big Chini Dex. It is the only way. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. I'm actually looking at your website. I'm going to share it real quick. There's a couple things that I really like about what you guys are offering here. You're kind of doing kind of more of a traditional EVM DEX to where you can stake, you can actually have liquidity pools, and then you have farms. So there's three different ways to earn here, and you obviously incorporated the dog go to the moon with the Wish token for the stake option, the Merle token with the Wish token, all this stuff. So I think that's really cool that you guys are, having these different options here. Because, I always like when there's like a separate staking tab that kind of might be like a hyper staking type of situation. It looks like that's what you guys are offering here. But one thing I'll say is that for me, it looks like you guys are trying to kind of tap into the EVM side to bring more EVM users over to Merlin. Is that what your approach is?
Yeah. At the moment, like we wanna like a lot of people like uh go to Merlin in the most like simplest way. You guys know, they can start like get used to it very quick, and they can start having the access on Merlin chains. One biggest problem of most people are facing is that they don't know how to get the gas fee on Merlin chains, because you guys know that if you are going to use the bridge from Merlin bridge, or use from or maybe use from merchants, or auto, or anything else, it's gonna take a lot of fees. So in the near future, we are going to publish like something like a function to allow users they can actually send fund to our website, and they can get the Merlin uh, they can actually get the Merlin gas fee right away. For example, they can send like Bitcoin on layer one, or maybe send EVM uh, EVM access, but with just super low fee, like nearly zero, to just allow people to get used to Merlins right away. Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. I think that's a really good, effective approach. Another reason why I asked that is because I'm not seeing the Unisat or Bitcoin wallet connects. I'm seeing the EVM side, which is fine, especially if you're trying to approach the EVM communities to bring them over more. The Wish token, I was looking for that. Was it launched on Merlin Chain, or is it another chain it was launched on?
The Wish token is on Merlin Chain, and you actually can find it on CoinGecko. I was trying to, uh, oh wow, maybe the link was wrong. I will try
Gotcha.
to send in the chat. You can see. You try to copy and see the token. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
And you guys can actually try the Wish token right on BitGenie Dex, and in the future it's gonna be like listed on many other like major CX.
Yep. 100%. Shizzy, did you have any questions for him?
Yeah. I just want to show it real quick. So this is the BitGenie token right here. So you guys can check it out on here, and also it just says the total supply and everything's here. So you guys can go check out the BitGenie token right there. But yeah, so you guys are really going after the L1 assets, right? Really digging into it. Do you have any plans to take that token to maybe a rune? Maybe back it by a rune or something, get it the other way out, because that'd be really cool to trade you guys on Magic Eden as well. I think that would bring you guys a lot more eyes on you. Do you have any plans for that?
I see. Yeah, we didn't have any plan for that before. Yet I know that recently there are a lot of like projects they're doing airdrop to the like using runes like epic
Yeah.
like uh bit pizza, right? I remember.
Bitsart.
Yeah. Yeah, pizza.
Possibly. Yeah.
And we know that way that's a lot of effective in the current market, and we definitely think of that.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Well, BitGenie, we're excited for what you're bringing to the space, because I think that all these builders right now, you guys are building during the slow months, right? And that's really when the best building's happening. So we appreciate you explaining to our audience what you're offering. So guys, go check them out at bitgenie.io, and then hit the Room Summer tab, and you can see what's going on there. But I'm gonna bring you down, if you can hang out down there for us, and then we'll get some questions at the end for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Looks like we got Jeff, the main man here. We're gonna bring him up to the stage and see what's been going on with Merlin Chain's overall updates and stuff for the actual chain. So let's bring him up. Hey Jeff, welcome back.
Buddy?
Yeah, Jim, guys. Almost forgot about this. I just came back. I just flew back, from Japan. I was attending the IBS with team of stacks, Bitcoin.com. So I flew like really late flight last night and almost forgot. But yeah, yeah. So I think the first Merlin Chain, Merlin on Chain summer was like ended yesterday on Sunday. So we'll have like some results. We'll give out the grants to the users. Mostly, we'll have some grants for developers, but the majority of the grants are going to the users who participate in, whatever actions they're doing on the apps. And our next season will only be bigger. We are still planning this in July, of course, but probably will by the end of July, because we still have more DApps to come on board and do something new. I think last week Solve launched their first vault for Babylon. I don't know if you guys checked that out yet, but Babylon is supposed to be the biggest Bitcoin project this year, because like they raised like about like $100 million by all these VCs and stuff. But they're trying to do something like Eigenlayer, which is a huge FOMO in Ethereum this year. And yeah, so basically, I think Solve opened the vault for users to participate, and I think they have a hard cap for 500 Bitcoin, and I think they reached that hard cap in just like 12 hours. Majority of the users, are retail users. I've checked the old data. There's like no big whale, taking all the allocation. Basically, it's like for retail users, put 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin in. And the reason, people should do that, like I said that in Twitter space, I say like all people who want to participate in Babylon should do that. Here are the reasons. First, if you want to do that on layer 1, basically you have to stake your Bitcoin into Babylon network, and then you can do nothing. The Bitcoin is locked in their third-party address. It's more like a self-custodial plus DLC link, so it's safe, of course, but you cannot use that asset token anymore. But if you do that on Solve, basically they'll give you a Solve BTC.Babylon, and then you can use that token, like again. So you can sell this token for stable coins. You can swap that into Merl. You can buy NFT with that token. You can stake that into other protocols, cross chains, whatever. So basically, you have another function to use this liquidistic token. But if you do that on layer 1, basically you just don't control this Bitcoin at all. And the second thing is, I think it's gonna be hard for everyone to do that on layer 1. It involves lots of tech parts. So if you don't want to lose that by making mistakes, don't do that on layer 1. The third thing is, if you do that on layer 1, they give out 500 Bitcoin allocation for first month. And I know a lot of people are trying to get that. So basically, you have to spend a lot of gas fee to win the war. And I calculated that the gas fee will be like 100 times higher than the rewards. So you are losing money. But if you do that on layer 2, we are paying the gas fee for you. We estimated we basically will pay like 8 to 10 Bitcoin. So basically, all this gas fee we're paying for you, and you don't have to pay that kind of gas fee. It's kind of like a gesture from the chain. So yeah, so anyone who is interested in Babylon, which I think everyone should be paying attention to them. I mean, you don't have to participate, but you have to be paying attention to them. Like they're like tier 1 Bitcoin project right now. So I think that's something Solve did. But yeah, so I think for the past 2 weeks, we're doing 3 major things. First is to giving better yield for holding Bitcoin, with Solve, with Babylon, and also we have a huge project coming up this week will be announced. It's a very big project. It's the biggest market makers for the Bitcoin futures on Binance, OKX, and Durbit. And they're having like 10 to 20% APY by arbitraging the futures across different exchanges. And they have very, very few allocations. So we got like thousands of Bitcoin allocation from them, and we're giving that on Merlin Chain. So if you want to stake your Bitcoin to get this more Bitcoin, you can do that. It's not like a stake and locked. So basically you can withdraw anytime you want. So it's flexible, but gives like 10% plus APY. This is like the biggest funding rates or arbitrage APY you will get in the whole world using Bitcoin. And they are very famous. They're invested by OKX, all these Durbit, all these exchanges and VCs, and this will be announced. So providing yields for Bitcoin, that's the first thing we're doing in the past few weeks. The second thing is to build the Bitcoin native innovative projects, which I mean, the new version, the beta version, 3D version of the new Bitmap game will be live, hopefully, this week or next week. So it'll be a 3D version, multiplayer, something similar like Bitmap game before, but we're trying to bring new functions, and also you can do whatever with the dApps in that metaverse. So if you see a meme coin, you will see just the meme coins names fly in your screen, and you click buy, you can just buy it. You don't have to go to like a specific website, Merlin Swap or BitGenie, whatever. If you want to bridge, if you want to, do perp, you can do that in the metaverse. So yeah, and also we are going to release something about BRC420 as well. So that part is about the Bitcoin native innovation. The third part is about expanding Merlin and Bitcoin influence into other ecosystems. The one part I love the most about BitGenie was doing is they're actually building a TG bot right now. They're having hundreds of thousands users in the TG. So and all these users are from Town Network, BNB Chain, Solana. So getting all these users participate in their Telegram game, Telegram bot, try their dApps, and then we sell them the rooms, you know. So we tell them, okay, this room is pumping, you should buy that, and then they will be educated enough to buy that in Telegram. So we are doing something like that, expanding, you know, the influence to other ecosystems. Yeah, I think these 3 major things are what we're doing in the past 2 weeks.
Wow. I feel like we just had you on last week and you had a whole bunch of updates and 7 days later. Incredible.
Yeah. The bitmap.game though, that 3D environment, I think is going to be really big. There's a lot of bitmap community members that kind of they had a little bit of a jump back, and then now I feel like they're kind of depressed again because they feel like DMT and all that stuff is taking off, which that's fine. Like DMT is thriving in their own sense, but it did take away some attention. And so I think that this could definitely bring some energy back to Bitmap. Does that mean the BRC 420 marketplace is going to be around that same time period, or is that going to be a little bit? Those are separate.
Yeah, they're separate. Yeah, okay. The idea we have about Bitmap is like to bring fun, and also, you know, the trading parts. I think the reason, you know, Bitmap price is not going higher enough right now because, you know, if we don't put the like utilities into this asset, you know, like why am I holding this asset? If I want to play a game, I just open Fortnite, you know, or Apex. So, you know, bring fun and trading together. This is something like we're going for.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, my BRC20s, will that be kind of into that 3D environment already? The ones that I was able to use in the previous Bitmap game?
Yeah, but you know, with the layer 2, all these D apps, you can do like anything. So for example, if you like, we'll put like the BitGenie data screen there, so you will see, oh, what's like the hot mint. So you can see like some ticker is going viral right now, and you click that, you can inscribe that. You can mint that by using Unicross service, and that will go to the bridge, and then you can dump that on the Merlin swap. So, you know, like this kind of experience.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah,
that's huge news.
that's
really, yeah, that's really big.
But all of that functions will not be live on day 1. You know, just like step by step.
Yep.
On day 1, it's just gonna be us walking around. No, just kidding. It's gonna be more than that, but yeah, step by step, right? But I think that's really, really great updates. One thing I'll say is that I think you guys really started to refocus maybe like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and that's just from my perception. Maybe it was longer than that. Once you realize, okay, now heads down building, you know, because to build something great takes time. It seems like you guys are heading down that route. I will say there's certain dApps on Merlin that people are starting to use more and more of. I had to pause myself a little bit with Surf because the market conditions weren't very kind to me as a trader, but Surf is an example, right? So that usage is starting to go up for certain dApps, but even with that, the market conditions people are kind of chilling. So I love this idea of going out of the box with BitGenie, Telegram, you guys using the bitmap.game. What do you think it's going to take for, and it's not just Merlin Chain, it's a lot of layer 2s and stuff right now, for that usage to come back, that aggressive usage? Because the only usage I see is like Solana meme coins, pump and dumps, and that's pretty much it.
Yes. So I think for the general market, I think we have to wait longer, to be honest. You know, if you look at stable coins, right now we have less stable coins than 2022. So basically that means people don't have money put into the crypto market. The only thing rising is the ETF, right? We have to like double the stable coins to make sure the real bull market is coming. So I think that's like the big environment here. I think one thing people struggle is in this cycle, people cannot find narrative. That's why you can see the meme tokens pump and dump, because, you know, if you don't have narrative, people cannot focus, you know, in specific tracks to do whatever, you know, they were trying to do. So I think right now it's a great time for building, and you guys know how fast we built, you know, in the past 12 months. So we are really fast at building. You know, past 3 months, we have to make sure the chain is stable. You know, there are billions of dollars on our chain, so we have to make sure the chain is safe, the bridge is safe, the wallet is safe, all this kind of stuff. But when all that things are down, basically, you know, we don't put like 100% dev effort into the chain, because, you know, it's going to be, you know, step by step, you know, be more decentralized POS and stuff. But then we have human resource to actually build on BMAPs and BRC420. And also my effort will be helping all these projects from learning. I just got a call from from the CEO of Unicross, and I come in here to see Mr. J here. So what we're trying to do is help all these developers to build cooler stuff.
Yeah. Real quick, I have a question. So you guys use this method that a lot of really good builders use. It's called the build fast, break things, right? But you guys don't break anything. Like, it doesn't seem like nothing ever gets broken, but you guys build so quickly, and the only FUD is that you guys don't build quick enough, right? Which is insane to me. But you guys are actually killing it. But in the beginning of what you said something on the lines of people using the chain are going to be rewarded. Could you get into that a little bit further?
Oh, I think what I said is the grants. So for the Merlin on-chain summer, so if you are using BitGenie or Merlin Swap or Unicross, and based on their DApp's behavior, we'll be giving out 1 million or 2 million like grants to these DApps separately. So for example, if Unicross got like 200K or 300K Merl, these Merls will be distributed to users who participate. This will not go to Unicross team, but go to the users. So that's why we're trying to build this together with all the developers.
So if I go use Unicross, I'm earning at the same time as I'm doing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you have to use that for like for real, real use.
High
like
volume.
Yeah. I just can't go there and make like 9 trades a day and be rewarded, right? Buy a bitmap, sell a bitmap, buy a bitmap, sell a bitmap.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to spend the gas fee, probably like we calculated. So basically, everyone will get their gas fee. But I think trading runes on Merlin Swap is gas free. Using Unisat and also Unicross. So basically, you don't spend anything for the cost.
Yeah. Wow, incredible.
Yeah,
awesome.
And those gas fees, like if you used a lot of volume, like when I was trading, that because Surf gives you the gas fee refund right now, it actually adds up whenever you get the refund. So that's really, really awesome. Jeff, really quick, I'm gonna bring Ordinal Hive up so they can talk about their upcoming big week here. I'm gonna pull you back down real quick. We appreciate you updating everybody, and I mean those updates were amazing. We're looking forward to them.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're gonna bring up Ordinal Hive, the last guest of the night of the day. Was that?
We'll spin real quick.
Do a quick spin. Yeah, we can do a spin in between. Yeah.
All right. So I'll just knock a spin out real quick. Let's see here. Share my screen. All right, I got all your names here. We're spinning for an Ordinal Hive pass. These passes are going to be very, very much needed to earn amazing points here. And the winner is... Congratulations, our boy.
Is that Kai?
Yeah, that's Kai. Kai Effect.
Nice. Congrats. Let's just send it over to me.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Good. Congrats on that. All right, let's bring Fonzie and McDurr up from Ordinal Hive. Welcome to Ordinal Revolution again, guys.
Yo, GM, how's it going? Man, I'm such a bummer. I wish I won that pass. What's going on over here? It's
rigged. No pass for you.
Oh man, it's rigged. I don't like this. No, how's it going, guys? GM, how's your guys' weekend?
Great,
good, man. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I was like, I saw the Billy Cats mint going on and stuff, and yeah, I think that was probably the best, kind of most recent one. But yeah, everything else looking perfectly good.
Yeah. Well, speaking of mints, you guys had a successful mint last Friday, and there was a lot of stuff going on with y'all. How did that play out? And then if you could talk about what you guys have coming up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So we had the high pass mint happening. It happened like about I believe almost was it like
2 Fridays ago, right?
2 Fridays ago. Yeah, that's correct. And so yeah, it plays well into the ecosystem, right? So the high pass itself, like we're getting ready to launch our beta this week, so that's gonna be very, very exciting. We're now working on the points. So like if anyone's been using sort of like our testnet the last couple of months, working on the system where you can transfer your testnet points over to the mainnet, right? And then continue like doing that point farming engagement there. And so it's gonna be a points claim, so you'll have that sort of visible on the website itself. And yeah, the high pass will play a crucial role itself. It's an early access beta, so it is going to be only a couple users who can use it. If you have a high pass, you're of course onboarded. If you've been on test, and you're also able to utilize it. And then also if you sort of participate and sort of our initial whitelist signups, then you'll also be able to use it, right? And this will be more of like kind of like an approach we take to kind of see specific insights regarding mainnet, and then just gearing up and get ready for like our mainnet launch, right? And so the Hive Pass, as I mentioned before, will play a crucial kind of role in the ecosystem. So if you have one of those and you kind of like begin using it, the beta itself, you'll be earning more points off the bat. You'll be getting points for, of course, listing. You'll gain points for bridging assets over to Merlin Chain and listing them on a marketplace. That's one strategy to max out, your points and whatnot. And then later on, we'll have more concise breakdown in terms of what grants you points, how you can sort of like do that sort of engagement there, and just running time for like DeFi summer, right? So yeah, DeFi summer is happening on Merlin Chain, just like I was hearing a conversation about Jeff, kind of the grants and whatnot. So it's gonna be a really good like epic time to be on Merlin Chain. It'd be a really really good fun time to start like engaging with the platforms on there as well, the different apps, and yeah, super excited for it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean that you guys had a lot going on, just getting prepared for this soft launch, if you will. But could you talk a little bit more about like the benefits of the pass? I know you just went into it, right? Like that's how you're going to onboard and stuff. Will there be like anything relating to like points multipliers? Did you talk about that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, 100%. So off the bat, you have like access to any of the latest features, right? So you'll of course have access to beta. You'll have access to any of the APIs we kind of ship out once mainnet happens, and any other features we ship out in the future, right? Which we're working on. So our AMA model for Ordinals, these NFTs, and then all this cool stuff. There's also like we don't have platform fees, but if the community ever decides to turn them on, you guys will get lifetime platform fee waivers. So it's perfect for trade, right? You don't pay like those platform fees, and as it is, it's very cheap to trade kind of these assets, especially on Merlin Chain. So the transaction fees will only be like lowered like to zero, right? So that's good. And then of course the third one as well is like you'll get more points, right? So there's a boost multiplier as well, which we'll discuss too. There'll be a more in-depth article on how to sort of activate that, and then we're also like updating specific things to make sure the backend is updated with the points boosting, all that cool stuff. So it's a points multiplier. So like kind of like farm those points out would be fantastic. And at the end, we want to bring value to the holders, right? So we're working with different platforms in the ecosystem. I can't say too much on which ones, but you'll also have perks within the ecosystem itself. So like you can use specific platforms, get access to other things, even like their sort of airdrop incentives, all that cool stuff there. So there's be lots of value happening with the pass as well. It's gonna be integrated into the platform as well. And I think one of the core things you have to look at as well is how is it that how do traders respond, right? What is that traders want? What kind of feedback do we get from them? What kind of insight do we get from them? And so that's always important. It's like establishing, I know kind of ship fast, build quickly, and kind of find the bugs as fast as possible. But we also like to kind of have that feedback loop established, right? So like gain as much insight as we can from the traders, from our community, right? The people using the platform, those users, and just optimizing it around them. And I think that's been the core kind of group. And the Hive Pass provides us a very very centric, very kind of up to date target market, and we can optimize this platform around them. So they will play a huge role in the ecosystem. I think we're very like happy sort of like support so far the community, how active they are in Discord too. So for us, it's kind of listening to them and kind of shipping those items that they want as well on the platform.
Yeah, man. You guys are kind of like progressing with very quickly. We're lucky enough to be able to be ones that are testing it out right now, and you guys are moving every day. I go in there every day. I start checking it out, and so my question here is kind of from McDare. So right now, obviously, you guys are in the process of building, and obviously, you need a really good chain to work with. And I'm just curious, what's it like working with the Merlin team, and like how's that process being kind of worked out with you guys?
It's been good. Yeah, like we have direct communications with them, and like yeah, they've been very helpful. They've been kind of giving us access to APIs and stuff. I mean, I think you guys have been really helpful in kind of coordinating any of that stuff as well. But yeah, like it's been good overall. Good communication, and like yeah, it's I think like Fonzie and I are still working on some of the costs on the bridging side of things for the Ordinal Hive users, and so I think we'll get that resolved pretty soon. And then I think we're also going to get maybe some grant tokens and stuff. So it's looking good from that side.
Awesome. So if I was a builder and I was thinking about coming to Merlin Chain and stuff like that, what would be maybe some advice would you give me to kind of really get started like working with the Merlin team?
Yeah, I think like as far as that goes, I would say like yeah, if like there's like a developer that wants to come through, I think it's mostly, I think they seem to have a lot on their plate, which is good. You know, they're probably really busy, but yeah, just like, you know, getting them a little bit more like involved. I think maybe a few things is like I have to double check if the docs are back up. So maybe if Merlin gets up like the docs and stuff, that helps some developers as well. Because like I think when we started, they were kind of down. So you know, just some of the, maybe just like some of the basics to start with, and then I think beyond that, it's like just like like, you know, all the coordination that you guys are doing is great. I really think that you guys have been like really helpful. So as far as like you guys go, you guys have been like amazing. So yeah, I don't know if there's something specific you guys would need to do on your end that I would say, but yeah, I think those are my thoughts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys amazing. So that's
yeah.
The first step is to partner with Ordinal Revolution. No.
yeah, exactly. That's literally that's it. I think you know, a lot of it comes down to is, you know, a lot of us a lot of us are new to like, well, I think a lot of us are seeing sort of the progression of Bitcoin itself, at least the build, right? So a lot of us are working with this novel technology and like literally pushing the frontier of what's possible on Bitcoin. And so, you know, it's a really good time to like work on that, and you know, working together as well helps the process and expedite the, you know, kind of potential for it. But you know, it's been an amazing journey so far. And I think, you know, I'm looking forward to like, you know, DeFi summer, looking forward to like, you know, towards the end of the year, even next year as well, and just kind of having more people inflow into Bitcoin, and kind of just even more liquidity, right? More infra like already developed that we can sort of utilize, optimize around as well, and you know, kind of just continue making that experience of trading these assets so much better.
Awesome.
Okay, so this is the last question before I bring everybody back up to the stage. Is what's the one thing you're most excited about for Ordinal Hive in the future?
Yeah. So honestly, just like much better training experience training Ordinals, right? I think it's been some time coming. It's been a long time coming. And you know, Ordinals NFTs are a specific asset class. You know, they're not like fungible tokens, right? Non-fungible tokens are much more unique in a sense that no two are alike, right? Each one trades differently. So, you know, as a result of that, it has to be a specific build, a specific kind of like, you know, structure, and sort of identifying like, you know, which of those assets are worth more than the others, right? So a platform that provides, you know, kind of a traders the best opportunity to maximize your gains holdings is one that I think is going to win out at the end. And you know, for us, that's one thing we look at, and that's been the driving focus point too, is how can we optimize, how can we create a platform like that. So for me, it's just like, you know, can't wait for that. Can't wait for the AMM as well. I think that's one thing I'm definitely going to be utilizing, and sort of like kind of getting more ways to kind of trade these assets, create more of a incentive, more creative like ways to kind of, you know, get users to use the platform, provide liquidity for it as well, and you know, all the cool stuff. So yeah, those are some stuff there I'm looking forward to. And of course, like, you know, the beginning of official launch, right? Once beta is done, we'll commence our, you know, official launch and so forth. And beta will be like, so we'll have beta for like, you know, a couple of weeks, not too long before our official launch. But you know, at the end of beta, we'll conclude our season 0. And you know, the official beginning of season 1, right? So yeah, it's a couple of things that, you know, a couple of things builds, and a couple of things we're looking forward to. But yeah, overall the journey has been great so far, and you know, can't wait to like, you know, kind of, you know, build this out, and continue building this out, and getting more people to like use the platform, you know, helping them like, you know, improve the trading, and just better trading overall.
Yeah, the AMM gets me excited. I think there's gonna be some great arbitrage opportunities with that, so I'm looking forward to that. McDermott, what about you? What's one thing that you're excited about for the future of Ordinal Hive?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. I think it's really just like right now it's mostly just like seeing the users' reactions. And so I think like that's going to be pretty exciting. I think like it's really cool to see whenever like the users are very excited to use it, or even like when the usage numbers go up in like certain ways. So I think that's like going to be most exciting. And then of course, like we have like a bunch of different features on our product roadmap. So we're definitely excited to see those come through as well. But yeah. I guess I just like really care about the users and what they think about it. So that's what excites me the most. Whenever we did like our testnet launch, we had like a lot of users using the platform. We worked with some different communities, and like yeah, it was like a fun experience to see.
Awesome. And really quick for the audience, can you explain your name to them? Isn't it like something directory?
Yeah. So like, yeah, I guess like I kind of got in on space, but yeah, I basically had a handle like I kind of just like used it. It was like yeah, make directory is like an internal command if you're like making a new folder. It's literally just making a new folder in like a terminal.
Command prompt.
It's like yeah, it's a command prompt. It's like literally in command prompt. Like yeah, you could just do like mkdir space like like folder name or whatever folder name you want to call it, like Ordinal Revolution folder or something, and then it'll just create the folder. So I use that command a lot because I was an engineer, so I saw that command over and over again. So I just like
you gotta be pretty confident in your CTO when that's his nickname.
Yeah, no, I was talking with her the other day and stuff. Like, I think we might have like the coolest nicknames in any company. Fonzie, McDirt, like that's you can't go very. I mean, actually, Yagobi, Shizzy might give us competition, but we're up there.
Awesome. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys spending time up here and talking to our audience. It's all about education for Merlin Mondays. What's coming to Merlin, what's happening on Merlin, and you guys are a new addition to Merlin. So we appreciate that. We're going to bring you guys down for a second, and we're going to do a drawing and then bring everybody up for kind of a last message to the audience. So we appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Hugo. We appreciate that. Thanks, Shizzy.
Yep. All right. Shizzy, you want to do it?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Good luck, everybody.
Ooh, Cash Cats. Let's
look at
go.
that. Coach Cats. Coach Cats. Cache Cats. Cash Cats. It's Cash Cats. All right, cool.
Should we do a second one?
Well, do you want to do it? I was thinking we could do it, kind of send everybody off at the very end, since we have one more Hive Pass. So congrats to the 3 winners of the Hive Passes, and then we have one last one. But go ahead and bring everybody back up, kind of give them a last, a couple of seconds to talk to the entire audience here. And we'll start off with Mr. J from Unicross. Mr. J, this is your time on the stage to talk to the audience about Unicross.
Yo, thank you. Really appreciate the time that you guys give us here to kind of like share what we're building and some developments on our project on Monday. And I just want to say that there's a lot that you can do on Unicross, which we really kind of have like some video tutorial on what you can do. I know it's a lot to take in for now, but the simplest thing would be to bridge and then like try it out in marketplace. And also, once you have some bitmaps, maybe you can go over and swap the bitmap token and see the whole process, because there's a lot of things you can do with the token coming up. I would think, with Jeff's announcement, maybe. And also, you can also create an LP and earn some fees from people trading it. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. And remember that you can't do that with regular bitmaps right now. So with the bitmap token, you can create LPs and earn APY. So appreciate that, Mr. J. BitGenie, any last message out to the audience about your platform and what you guys are doing? I think they might have fell asleep because it's pretty late over there. Yeah. No worries. All right, we'll go Fonzie McDirt next. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like I need a PFP. Everyone has a PFP here, so I need to get one. Maybe I should use some of my Ordinals. I don't know. I kind of like the camera, but yeah, no. I think it's quite exciting. I think there's so much going. I'm bullish. I love bitmap. You guys know me. I'm a part of bitmap. I think any asset class like the old ones, even Ordi, bitmap, there's so many like even the OBRC20 tickers, the really older project do very well. Like I think those are forgotten. But there'll come a time where they'll realize, okay, like these specific assets are probably like quite low in valuation. But yeah, I think bitmap is definitely one of them. But yeah, despite that, I think so. Get ready for this week. This week we're just finalizing a couple of things. We'll make sure everything's good to go. we can launch this as soon as possible. So like even later today. So just keep an eye out for our Twitter account, and if you're on Discord, keep an eye out as well for announcements. And yeah, it's gonna be very seamless. Like there'll be two ways to earn points off the bat. If there's any assets on Merlin Chain you bridged over already, have bridged over, like just list them on our platform, and then also giving points for like bridging assets onto Merlin Chain, right, and list them on our marketplace as well. And so we definitely want to encourage that. And there'll be a list of assets, what assets you can bridge, and just kind of like the fun starts there. And so if you're also if you were one of our previous testing users, there'll be an opportunity for you to also claim those points onto mainnet. So like there'll be a claims page, and then we'll have a tutorial video regarding all this stuff there. So it'll be quite a lot of stuff, so it's not too confusing for you guys, and you guys can navigate that sort of how to's. But yeah, super excited, can't wait for this week to be a great week, and overall just a great DeFi summer in Merlin Chain. So yeah, I think we're gonna make Merlin Chain, we're gonna make Bitcoin great again with Merlin Chain, and I think overall it's gonna be a fantastic showing.
Awesome.
Appreciate that, Fonzie. All right, Mr. Jeff, any last message before you head out?
Yeah, just like start building like now. Like, I'm actually happy when the price is down a bit, so I can buy more, and just gives us like some room and time, to do something great. Even though Bitcoin hits like 100K right now, I don't think we have much valuable assets, to do in the ecosystem. So I think, build right now. If you have a great idea, come to Merlin, we'll support whatever you need. And yeah, and I hope I bring some new updates, next week. Like as soon as I'm getting on all this Merlin Monday shows, so I push myself to bring something new every week.
Yeah.
I mean, the updates today were insane.
Amazing.
I mean,
those are good updates, I think, from everybody, right? So guys, kind of, pay attention, but also be patient, right? So it's like pay attention from a distance a little bit, right? And so as long as you're paying attention every day, because what I feel like it's going to be like one of those things that it happens all at once, right? Eventually, and it's going to build up, because we're not in the best market, but we know that we're in a bull run cycle, right? So it's going to take some time, but we'll get back there, and it's going to be even better a little bit down the road here. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yeah. Amazing builders. Next week, we hope to get some newer builders on as well. Last week, we had different builders. This week, we had a couple of the same ones, but with new updates. And then we have some new builders as well. And that's our goal, is to educate you as much as possible. Because I'll tell you this, Merlin Chain is doing the most in terms of any Bitcoin layer 2s or side chains in terms of integrating layer 1 assets from Bitcoin. So just stay focused. I promise it's going to pay off to pay attention. So
yeah, and
we appreciate
100%. No, I'm just going to say, like, we start using this stuff now, because in the bear market's the best time, because when it gets congested, it's going to be harder to use, right? The fees are going to be higher and stuff like that, just because that's the natural reaction of everything. Bitcoin's going to jump up, so it's going to be more expensive to bridge and stuff. So start using this stuff now. Get over there, get a head start. Use BitGenie, use Ordinal Hive when they drop, and definitely use Unicross for all your bridging needs and all that stuff. And I know Hive's going to have a bridge as well. So definitely check out everything now, because in the future you might have to have some time to get caught up, and you'd rather just do that now. But finish what you're saying, sorry.
I was just going to thank all of our guests today: BitGenie, Unicross, Ordinal Hive team, and Jeff, of course. And we look forward to next week's Merlin Mondays, and we hope that you guys have a good rest in Asia. And for you guys, I know your work day just got started, so hope you have a good rest of your day.
Hey, thank you. Sorry for cutting up. Yeah, you guys
okay.
was missing for the last word, right? Yeah,
go ahead.
Just a bit of science. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so my last word is just we just end up our summer campaign, and we are initiating the airdrop for the community, including who participate in our Galaxy campaign. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, we are preparing for like the upcoming big campaigns that you guys, if you miss this time, don't worry, you guys can still stop tapping and get used to trading with Merlin. And also to prepare for the launch of the Telegram bot, we also like launch many like sign prediction events. You guys know that we are in the head of the Euro 2024, so spend some time on our channel, and you guys can participate in those events while waiting for the next campaign. Yeah, that's it. Okay, appreciate everyone for joining, and see you guys maybe next week and in the next episode. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Sounds
That's
great.
exactly why
so
we
much.
do this, though. is because like I don't think a majority of our audience knew about like that they're going to have this Telegram bot and prediction platform and stuff like that. So we appreciate all you guys, and we will see you guys again.
Bye. See you next week.
See you guys.
All right. See ya.
Thank you. See ya.
All right, guys. That's the show for today. We're 2 hours and 33 minutes. 447 people watching right now. We appreciate every single one of you guys, man. That means a lot to us sticking around this long. We know Yasher's been here the whole time. A lot of you guys have been here the entire time, and we appreciate that. But yeah.
Yep, we got one more giveaway to do, and then we'll wrap it up after that. So
let's do it, man.
Good luck to everybody else. It's the last Ordinal Hive pass that we're giving away. And good luck.
Oh,
look who it is. Oh my gosh. I thought he was about to get edged out. I was like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen. Okay. Congrats, super fan. Send that over to me, sir,
yes,
please.
Sir.
And guys, guess what? We get to do this all over again tomorrow, except for we're going to hit the tap ecosystem. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure to join us. And then, of course, next Monday, we'll have some new builders on as well.
Yep. Congratulations to the winners. Token Jokin, Kai Effect, Cash Cats, and then Superfan. All 4 of you guys will give us some time. We'll definitely get them over to you guys for sure. But congratulations. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bridge them over to Merlin so you guys can start earning those Hive points when the time has come. So it's definitely huge and definitely excited for Hive for sure.
100%, man. And shout out to you guys. 455 people. I know last Monday was crazy, but it wasn't as bloody. And so for a bloody Monday, you guys surely did show up, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all. 450 people, almost 500 at one point. So you guys are paying attention. You guys are going to be the ones that make it. That's for sure. But also, please pay attention to our partners. We just heard from Ordinal Hive, the blur of Bitcoin on Merlin, Fluid Tokens, Bitcoin layer, native layer DEX for runes, as well as VDEX, a DEX for Bitcoin layer 1 as well on Merlin, and then Traverse Labs, the TAP token, or the TAP project, sorry, I should say, for the best solution for Bitcoin security for layer 1 assets.
100%. And guys, go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles over there. And if you click up top, there we have a 21% off coupon for your Bitcoin Nashville tickets. We will both be in Bitcoin Nashville, so come hang out with us. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be exciting, but definitely get the 21% off coupon. And we also have a store, so check out our Ordinal store. You guys can, we have so many different items there. So just at least take a look. But if you're not going to wear our stuff, wear it from somewhere else to show the maxis that Ordinals are here to stay. Let's walk around with all types of stuff. It's going to be fun and exciting. So join us in Bitcoin Nashville, and we'll be back tomorrow. We're Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 Eastern time. Obviously, on Monday and Tuesday, we go a lot longer because we have Merlin Monday and Tap Tuesdays. But we appreciate you guys hanging with us all this time, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit found fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.